Streaming music, by the way.
Government sanctioned bullshit, mind you.
You said you're streaming music?
Music.
Okay, cool. But yeah, wait, government sanctioned bullshit. Como así?
I was acting on behalf of the crown.
CIA.
We're at war, bro.
Oh yeah, okay, sure, dude. But yeah, so Seg was on some bullshit. A fucking coalition of fucking random assortment of parties, cool classes that me and Alex brainstormed at his house one day, attacked the city with a bunch of fucking randoms, and y'all beat him up. A lot of, it was kind of bad, but the situation is secure. You guys captured Sig. He was in the cellar. You talked to him a little bit. He teleported out with a teleportation tattoo that I did not know he had, straight up. And he got out.
Say it like that.
Axe.
That makes it sound like I cheated.
Yes.
Inside his sword was Adams, the guy who you guys have been working for the entire game. His older brother, who was like the old emperor, was like trapped inside of Sig's sword. And when Brutus went to pick up the sword, because I don't remember why I did that. But he picked up the sword. I think he didn't want him to teleport it away or something like that.
Yeah.
The old emperor kind of took over his body, fought you guys in a fight that you weren't supposed to win because they gave him a bunch of broken shit, but the dice didn't go my way, so you guys beat him for some reason. And you guys beat him. The doctor did some weird shit where he like he went fucking goddamn house on him real quick and fucking like separated the fucking the soul of the old emperor Aiden Ashreaver with the soul of Brutus and returned Brutus's soul to his body. So Brutus is alive. Rap, we talked about some Euro shit. I'm working that in the background because I don't feel like having more people with 2 characters on screen. The shit we worked out with Nero happening in the background. I'm working with it, but I can't have more players than like 5
brother,
characters.
whatever makes your life easier, brother.
Thank you. All right. So after that, I'm trying to think. There was some asking about or investigating as to the details of Cock and Rekka and the Doctor's kind of side adventure. If I recall correctly, the last session ended with you guys kind of looking into the nature of what happened with the Jasper, right?
Yeah.
Like...
It was sort of a weird scenario where it was Mike's character asking mine and Mike's character questions.
Yeah.
So
yeah, as to like what happened? How do you have these powers, basically?
Yeah. So if I recall, Azrin was kind of pressing the Doctor about it, and he was kind of going, "I'm saving people's lives. I don't want to talk about this right now." And he was like, "Okay." And then he said some weird like ominous shit about like the Azrin was like, "Oh, this type of thing tends to be risky," and then like the Doctor was like, "I'm well aware of the risks," or something like that. It was kind of cool. And then y'all talked to Kaka and Rekka about what the fuck happened, and I'm pretty sure they just said they were completely forthcoming about it with no hidden information. Probably has nothing to do with the fact that you guys are playing the characters, just asking the questions. So
it mostly had to do with Softail being the one present with the question asking, and we had already like done our whole spiel over the stuff and all that shit.
Yes. So that's where that ends. Another thing happened where Eliana, the alchemist and witch and high-level caster, who was previously on the front lines, came back, and she told you guys that things in the front lines or where the war is happening are not looking great. She did not want to participate in it anymore. But she specifically noted that Calvira is having a rough time, and Adam has her controlling 2 of the dragons now instead of just 1, and that seems to be probably taking a toll on her. So that's what's happening. I think Inuyasha wanted to go there and like help.
Yeah, the plan. That was the plan. I think we left off last session when everybody's splitting up after those events, because I went off with Eliana plan definitely was to go to the front lines.
Okay. All right. So you guys have a bit of peace. The city's secured. Fucking. There was like a whole legion of like fucking lower level enemies, like goblins and stuff, who were gonna attack the city. But then fucking Tiamat was flying around. They were like, oh wait, no, nah, fuck that shit. I'm going home.
Those motherfuckers are losing their pension.
Yeah. The so the city's secure and whatnot, and it essentially comes down to what you guys feel like doing next. Um, which so far the only idea that's out there is Inuyasha's wanting to go help on the front lines.
Hey, what can I do to get my shit back, like my negative levels?
Wait, you have Oh, when you came back to life, someone has to cure that. What's his face? Uh, Once the city's secure, Clovis can do that for you. The high priest guy. The Pope. Fucking, he can help you out.
Is he even here with us, or is he to the front lines?
No, he was in the city, and he was like helping like heal people and like along with the doctor, and just kind of
Hey, Clovis is a pussy. He wouldn't be on the front
securing
line.
Yeah, he's not a fighter.
Was he the last archmage or whatever?
No, that's
he's
Azrin. That's the old man.
Remember when we fought the dude that was the traitor in the city, and we had the guy, and the priest was just sitting on the ground in shock, crying while we were fighting this dude.
Yeah.
That's him. That's the bitch crying.
Yeah, he also did bring Softail back to life the first time.
True.
Yes, he did.
Guess what? I gave up like a mortgage now to get my shit back.
He'll just do it. So he'll hit you with a restoration, heal your negative levels at some point. But more importantly, Alex, did you actually get to talk to Eliana? Did we do that, or did I put that off?
The one-on-one? No.
Okay. What did you want to ask her? I'll pretty much just give you the information for the sake of time.
I mean, honestly, to skip over like having to RP it, I think you would ask the questions that I, the player, know, having been part of the story that Inuyasha may have missed about the development of the war.
Okay, yeah, she would have that information, so she would give it freely.
And then, since I believe last time she was like not about answering questions about the war, like what's going on the front itself, he would probably just by the end of it turn the conversation to just talking about like we're back at her shop is called what, Eclipse?
Yes.
Me back on Eclipse, I'd probably be like hanging out with Scraps, the dog that she's been taking care of, that me and Engie found, and kind of just like the more light-sided part of I don't know, as lighthearted as we can make the conversation, since like she seems pretty shell-shocked.
Yeah, and you like notably never seen her that way. She's usually pretty like irreverent and kind of bombastic, but she is
exactly.
very like, oh fuck, this is some serious shit that isn't okay. Okay, yeah, that's fine. And do you get any information from her that you want, essentially? She would emphasize that again, that she thinks that Cal is in a pretty bad spot since she knows that you two are close.
Gotcha.
But yeah. So as for like the main group, do you guys want to figure out what you're going to do next?
If I'm not mistaken,
Are we?
You're 13. I leveled you to 13 insofar as your basic statistics. But I haven't chosen a feat for you. You can do that on your own.
if I'm not mistaken, Alex, didn't we have, maybe it was Jamel, I'm not sure. I think Softail is going back to the prison because he's under the the impression that Sig might come back for his gear since he has none of it, and he wants to wait for him for a little bit to see if he comes back for it.
Hey, I mean, not to metagame, but that may be a wise decision.
Yeah, but Alex, didn't we have a whole discussion about this? About how we were gonna do a death from Puss in Boots moment?
Yeah, Sig will be showing back up. It probably won't be just in a straight off like duel to the death, but that is something that I do want us to do eventually.
Can you put Sig's gear in like behind something where like he can't just teleport it to?
All my shit is locked behind.
It's literally locked
a
away,
magic arcane wall that can't be teleported out of. Otherwise, I'd have my sword by now. If I had my so mad.
Man was like,
no, wait. To be specific, did they put your shit in some shit that can't be teleported out of?
You said that my sword specifically. I guess maybe my other gear might not be, but like the only other gear I had is like.
I thought the reasoning for that with regard to your sword was because the soul wasn't in it anymore. It wasn't sentient anymore.
I remember Ronan casting the Dimension Anchor.
Oh,
on
he anchored
the sword
it. Okay,
after we were
that's
like
fine.
in the middle of that
Yeah,
fight.
he anchored it. That's fine. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
And then
I'm gonna say because if they had a way to stop people from teleporting, they probably would have done that to you.
yeah, he anchored it, and then Azrin like locked it up, so I can't teleport it into my hand.
Yes. After the fact, yeah, you put it like an anti-magic. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, but yeah, so yeah, so whatever y'all's so you said Softail is essentially gonna keep an eye on Sig's gear in the general area to like in case he comes back.
Yeah, for like a day or so, because
For like a day. Okay.
Yeah, like probably a couple days.
Okay.
1-2 days.
1-2 days, cool. Does anyone else have any specific plans? I know the doctor's healing people. Layla's helping him. That's a multiple days effort. I don't know if there's any point, Doctor, where you would want to stop doing that.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Sweet.
Just gonna be doing that as long as until somebody gets me.
You're doing that, and you probably noticed that actually wait, no, let me have you roll some shit.
Alright, what am I rolling?
What's the skill for sense motive? Do you have sense motive, or just roll sense motive, whatever it is?
Damn, it's been a while.
Okay. Gotta learn
I was about to say insight
roll 20
with my
again.
Baldur's Gate.
Where is my character? Oh, there.
Let me clear this turn order.
Where's sense motive in? Is it skills?
It's in skills. It's like all at the bottom.
Yeah,
It's
okay,
like the fourth from the bottom.
9.
All the way, 9, okay. So you notice that like you're doing this whole thing where you're healing people, and like over the course of like probably like 24 hours, you're like restless, and you're like, you know, you're healing a lot of people to an extent that like they have not seen before, and people look at you strangely. You can't really vibe check as to what the strangeness is though, but you get the idea that people aren't looking at you like they would someone like a normal person. That might make you uncomfortable or not. However you take that, you take it. But you don't really know why or what. Do you do anything about that before I go on to someone else? Like, do you stop and grab somebody and go, "Why are you looking at me so strangely?" Fucking, you're so.
Are these people I healed, or are these just regular people?
Both. Just people in general. Like, people are watching you heal people, and people you heal are looking at you. Like, they're kind of giving you like this kind of weird, strange look.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to Layla and ask her like, why is everybody staring at me like this?
It's smart. She's good at that. So yeah. So Layla looks at you, and she's just like, I heard a couple of people talking about you. They just don't really see that. They see you as something different from them. Like you're not human. It's just, I mean, you're just doing basic alchemy, right? I mean, they're just probably not smart enough to understand it.
We're saving lives here.
How close am I to him?
And unless you had a reason to be nearby, not anywhere nearby. But do you want to be nearby?
Brutus just pops up.
All right,
I mean, you bring him back to life.
It's me,
You might
Goku.
wanna-
Yeah, sure. Yeah, maybe he's just in tow, so you can keep an eye on him. Since you just did a fucking very experimental thing on him that it has never been done before. Maybe you want to keep an eye on him. So yeah, sure, Brutus, you're nearby.
Okay, so I kind of I say I overhear the conversation, and kind of jump in like, it doesn't matter. You did work. Thank you again.
The doctor nods at that and then just gives a concerned look to Layla. And he leans in and says, tension like this can be dangerous. We might need to leave soon.
Well, I don't know exactly where we'd be going. I don't really know where else there is to go.
There's a war going on. Plenty of lives to save there.
Alright. We have the same idea.
Alright, and then the doctor is going to wrap up any remaining patients and just basically take that as his cue that he needs to get out of the city.
Alright, cool. So that's what so you spend your first day like healing people and then coming to that conclusion at the end. Ronan, what would you be doing?
Probably following Inuyasha or fucking Enji if he's still around.
Okay, in that case, Angie, what are you doing?
I'd be checking on the boy. What the fuck his name is? You know the one.
Akko?
Akam, there you go.
What
Oh
about
no, fuck that. I'm with you,
him?
Andy.
Making sure he's
Wasn't
okay.
he pretty fucking beat up?
Yeah, he was really fucking beat up.
Yeah.
He got clapped in the 1v1 with Sig, barely won, and then walked outside into combat. Fucking. So yeah, he's having a rough time. He's probably getting just basic treatment from like just some clerics and some menial treatment from like just
You know what?
people who are
No, I
fencing
take that
specialists.
back, because he would fucking yell at me if I went and checked on him. I would just start.
Yes, he would.
helping.
I was literally
I
gonna.
just
I was
start helping
literally
people.
preparing to yell at you. All right, that's fire. Okay. That's so
That's
funny.
so fucking
Um,
funny.
but yeah. So yeah, you're doing more of like the getting people out of rubble type of help. I
Yeah.
guess. With the Legion. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so Ronan is with Inuyasha. Inuyasha, what are you doing?
I guess so. If this is like the following day,
And
then
wherever you are, Veshna's with you.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, Veshna would have been with me probably like with Eliana and stuff the night before. Saying that this is maybe like the morning of, considering whenever that fight happened in the middle of the night, so we're probably up for quite a while into the next day. So probably that next day around, I'd be with Ronan and Veshna, just sort of like helping with some stuff throughout the city. I have Scraps with me, kind of like working on some of his training, like I was before I left. And I'd probably look over at Ronan, kind of like cough a little bit, a little awkwardly, and he would say, so I know before I left, we were kind of beefing with each other. I hope that we can put that behind us, considering...
Were we?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we didn't like each other after the Paladin stuff for some reason. I remember vibes being bad.
I don't remember why it was, but there was something very specific that put you guys at odds. I don't remember what it was though.
Hey, you know what it was? When you were gonna go and leave with the Paladins, you just made that decision like unilaterally, and was like, all right, well, if you guys want to join me, come join me. And the rest of us were like, wait, what the fuck? I think that's what happened.
I see. But didn't we have that whole arc with the arc rifle people?
That was before we left with the Paladins and stuff, I think. Because the Paladin stuff was at the end
Yeah,
of
the
the
Paladin
Paladins.
thing was the capstone of that arc. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's when we found Azrin, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the last fight.
Gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha.
You just sort of address the elephant in the room of like, well, I hope that considering everything and the time that's passed, we can let bygones be bygones.
I'm gonna play it exactly as I would. I don't know what you're talking about. As far as I recall, we were good chaps, good friends. But if there was any beef, I certainly don't remember. So, it's good to have an old friend back. And he reaches out for like a fist bump, an awkward fist bump.
Yeah, he kind of like looks at you, looks at the fist for a second, gives you the fist bump, and as we continue walking, he just says, so I know that you had started up your you have been planning on putting together a town, a city in the Foullands. How's that founding been going?
As far as I know, well, I would know better if I spent more time there than being called upon our Lord. He says Lord very like, Lord.
Air quotes.
Right. Yeah, Inuyasha definitely chuckles and nods when you do that.
But it would be an honor for you to come by, see everybody. I believe Zakora is still over there.
Yes.
Your old friend.
Oh, my boy.
Is he there?
Yeah.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, he's in the Foullands. He's still in Calumet, but your settlement. Forgot what you named it, but it's got close relationship with Calumet. They're like the two main civilizations.
Right.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, Inuyasha would smile and kind of nod at that. He would say, yeah, heading over there, maybe getting Brutus to tag along. We can check on some of the guys we trained up. And seeing how that's progressed would be fine. I do plan, and I don't know what side of this you're on, but do plan on going to the war front soon.
I see.
I'm gonna join you because I'm bored, but can I fucking hit up Clovis first? You come with me for that?
Are you here?
Can
What?
he come with you?
I don't know. Am I?
No.
Uh,
I imagine this is happening. All
yeah.
this stuff is
So
kind of happening.
you're with the doctor at this point, I'll say.
Yeah.
But whatever you're thinking, let me know after we're done here, because I actually don't know.
I'll go
But,
with you
go
to the
on.
doctor's office. But yeah, Inuyasha would just say like, my plan is to go to the war front soon. I'm not sure if what the plans for the rest of our group may be, but I think Adam needs to get his head focused on some of the bigger issues that are going on right now.
Pardon me to say, but what exactly is your place in telling a king about their action? You were gone for I don't know how long, and then you show up to help us fight in our time of need. I mean, I am a time wizard after all. There is no coincidence. Everything has happened for a reason.
I mean, your power has been proven true in our talks about Denny's. But my issue is that, for starters, the only reason this kingdom, or I kind of gesture around Ifringar, is underneath Adam's rule is because we put in the work to give that to him. I didn't come to this place, to this world by choice. Originally, I fought alongside everyone so that I could hopefully find a way to get back home. And I got roped in time and time again of protecting this place. But having gone back, I'm sure you heard from Azrin, my world was being torn asunder by strange events all the same. I didn't find any new people there, but I found new magic. Seems like whatever's going on that's affecting more worlds than just this one is all centered here. I think there's no point in a land squabble if that land is going to be torched by some dragon god the next day.
I'd say Ronan probably eyes you up and down, opens his mouth, closes his mouth, opens it again, sighs, and I certainly miss your brash attitude. So it's good that you're back.
I'd chuckle and nod. And then would probably just, from that point in the walking, just transition it to more light-hearted talk as we go around looking for anything that we could generally help with. I don't think Inuyasha is looking for like specific goals, but like people need help lifting up the side of a wall, putting up shit like that. You know, I'm a strong barbarian. I can help with that.
Alright, cool.
Ronan does not help with any of that. He watches.
Nice.
Ronan writes poetry about all of the helping that's going on.
It's just gonna be
Alright,
fire in
so,
the libraries.
Raph, what were you asking about Clovis?
I guess depending on if I'm walking around the city with the fucking doctor and shit, at one point I'm like, hey, can I go see another doctor?
I mean, Clovis would be around, like, they're doing the same healing work. He'd probably be within, like, a few feet away, fucking, at any given time. Fucking,
Okay.
if you wanted to say anything to him.
Does he know me well or no?
Yes.
Clovy!
Yeah, he knows you fairly well. Well, he's not he's not gonna dap you up or whatever. He's a holy man. But fucking
Trying to say holy men can't dap each other up?
not this one. But yeah, he probably
Does he aura farm? Yes or no?
no. He's I mean you ever see the fucking hold on, let me look him up.
Pope?
Bro has negative.
No. You ever see the Deacons of the Deep from Dark Souls 3?
Yeah.
Deacons of the
He's
Deep!
them, but like
That's
not
so.
a zombie.
That's such a specific fucking reference, bro.
So you're saying my man is Rizzless basically.
Yeah, no, literally, like, wait, I'm putting this in D&D general. This is his not a zombie. He's just old. Fucking.
Brother,
Brother,
But yeah,
So he's the current Pope Francis. I mean, nah, fuck that.
so I'll say, damn. So I'll say at any point, he's this is like he's healed you at this point. He's already done it. So did you want to ask him for anything else?
Nah, I don't think.
Or about anything?
No, I think I'm good. Kind of cured my age, so.
Yeah. All right, sweet. Okay, so now the question I guess is so we know what people are doing during this interim. Alex, what is Sick doing?
fuck, man.
That decides
I
how this
mean,
goes.
Oh wait, what about Rekka?
yeah.
Fuck.
Dude,
The
Rekka and
character's
Cocker
doing what the
are
side
smoking
character's
weed in the corner of the town. Rekka and Cocker are not doing anything useful right now. They are just fucking.
Actually, no, real talk. What do you want Rekka and Cog to be doing just real fast because they probably have high capacity to help because they're really strong.
I mean, they're gonna help, yeah. I mean,
I
if
guess-
the doctor and Layla are gonna head to the front lines, Cock is gonna say like, "Well, do you want to follow our friends?"
Yeah, I mean, when that plot point is brought up, Rekka's absolutely would follow the Doctor and Layla. I guess up until then, Rekka's actually a pretty good healer when it comes to traditional medicine, so he would probably he'd probably be around where the Doctor and Clovis are, because his medicine checks are like really good.
Okay, cool. So you can be helping them healing and stuff. What about you, Cock? Are you just helping people like?
Cock's just doing
Get-
typical help each
get people
other.
out.
Yeah, and Kenzen's
Okay.
probably rolling around with Inuyasha, so.
Okay, got it. All right. I'll say that there's probably a notable moment with Cock where you're kind of like there's a dude who's like kind of home has been like kind of reduced to rubble in the attacks, more or less so probably halfway, and you kind of help him like get some of his stuff out, help him like put things together, and at some point he kind of like loses the will to do so, and then he just looks at you, this very short bird man, and he says, this is the second time I'm doing this. He's like, I'm tired.
Cock looks at him and he goes, I know what you mean, not house-wise, but family-wise. If we can't put a smile on our face and get up after devastation, then, what's the point?
Roll me a diplomacy.
Where's Cock's sheet? Oh, wait, it's in the other game, isn't it?
If you roll solid here, you'll contribute decently to the overall morale of the populace.
Let me just roll a flat d20 because I don't know where Cock's sheet is right now. So let's see.
And then just like vibe check what your
I'll find a sheet in a second. We'll find the plus.
Alright, a 9. So
I
it
think his
depends on how good you
diplomacy is
are.
like +6 or so, if I'm not mistaken.
+6 or so.
But
Alright,
let
you
me
get
just
this
give me
guy
a second
kind
to find it. But yeah.
Yeah, so if it's like +6 or 7 or in that ballpark, you kind of get this guy from neutral to like, or from like kind of depressed, probably not gonna get up again, to kind of neutral, fine, I guess we truck on. We go next, we go gym. Fucking, but he's not happy about it.
You said diplomacy, right? Diplomacy.
Yeah.
Diplomacy's a +8.
+8. All right, yeah, that's solid. He's decently in a better mood. And he's like kind of grinding again. He's like, they'll have to knock my house down a third time.
Hell yeah.
All right, so sweet. So yeah, so Alex, what do you want Sig to do?
Sig would probably, after a day or two, considering that he probably wouldn't want to just show up in the middle of the city, he'd have to pick a specific person to go to, and unfortunately, the person he knows the best is Softail. So, at some point in the barracks, when he's standing in front of the room that all my shit is sealed inside of, Softail would see me and a tall elven woman just appear in the hallway in front of him.
Who do I know? This tall elven woman
with a really big sword, by the way.
I'm trying to think. Has Softail, like when you were doing the whole thing in Tom Morales, was Softail there? No, right?
Nope.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
No one in
you
the main
never,
party, I think, has met her before.
Yeah. So you've never seen her before, but she seems notably the tall elven woman. She's got on like kind of like basic leather armor over a dress, and she has a and the dress is like long, like it like goes down to like kind of like her ankles, and she has a katana at like kind of at her side. seems to like be avoiding eye contact.
So Softail's trying to size her up right now. What's the vibe on how strong she is compared to me?
Vibe check. Just kind of looking at her. I mean, the sword. Looking at the sword, it looks like it's like just. I mean, you could roll me I don't know. Roll me like an int check or something. I don't know how well you recognize weapons. Roll me an int check. Or appraise or whatever, something like that. Whatever you have.
Let me see what the best is.
Appraise, so you probably don't have any.
Appraise, I have no points in, and then what was the other one?
I was saying or an int check, so it looks like it's just a d20.
Okay.
So just roll me a d20.
Oh yeah, my int's a 10. Yep. Flash roll. D20. 12.
Alright, cool. So the sword looks really valuable. Like just off a vibe check, you've looted stuff. You're like, okay, this sword looks pretty valuable. But she personally, looking at her, she looks like wet tissue paper.
Okay.
Like her stance, her posture, she's kind of like avoiding eye contact, kind of like holding her arm, like kind of positioning her arms in such a way that she's closing herself off. Like you just kind of her posture is just giving like, okay, that this woman is weak.
Okay.
When I teleport in, my hands are held up. I'm in front of this woman, and I say, as soon as I teleport in, I see you. I present my Empress, Lady the Dragon. We are here to discuss, diplomatically, a way in which we might help stop the threat to our world. And then I message you, and in your head you just hear, the woman beside me, her transformations are triggered by extreme emotional duress. She is also the former lover of Veritas, of the quiver you destroyed. One word, and there is a bomb loose in this city. Let cooler heads prevail. And you see none of the coy bullshit that Sig always has on his face. There is a stone cold soberness as that message ends, almost simultaneously with his spoken words ending.
And you're standing right in front of me, obviously, right? And I can respond in my head.
With a message, I think
you can give a response, yeah. But then if he can't say anything back to you though without casting again.
I look him. So he probably would have been like sitting down, like legs crossed, meditating or something like that. And he gets up and he stares her right in the face. And I mean, he has no reason to believe you, but he has no reason not to believe you. So he's just gonna look, and he's gonna go, well, you know, I've killed multiple dragons before. What makes this one different?
I narrow my eyes at you and I say, Annabelle should have told you well enough. And I kind of just keep my eyes narrowed after the remarks you were making in the jailhouse when you had locked me up. And I say, her power is well on display. As I said, I would like to discuss how we can help keep the world somewhat the way it is. I think that is a mutual interest shared among all of us. More important than the land squabbles we were participating in before.
He responds back, not that the state of the world matters all that much to me, but I will hear you out. What is it that you propose?
I would like to join forces in finding some way of subduing, whether that be destroying or resealing, Tiamat. I have much knowledge and know many people involved when it comes to magic swords and those sealed within it. And I think my forces and I have proven that we could be help on the battlefield as well. I would like, if possible, to work towards a temporary truce so that we could turn our forces towards something larger. My original plan was to betray Velzaris, but it seems you guys beat me to it on that front, but let the cat out of the bag when it came to the sword.
And you expect me, of all people, to trust you, of all people. How do I know you would even keep your word on the matter? How do I know you give a shit about what Tiamat does to the world?
At this point, when you ask him that, the girl standing next to him speaks up, and then she just looks at you, Softail, and kind of holds your eyes at this point, and she says, because we still haven't had our wedding yet.
Who?
You know, Sig was not expecting that, so he just sort of looks at her, looks back at Softail, nods, and then continues and says, furthermore, Softail, of the time that you've known me, my schemes, however distasteful you have found them, all involve people playing the same game on the same board. That game and that board do not involve dragon gods that have no place here taking over things. Trust, for that matter, really has nothing to do with it. I think the gains are quite obvious for the both of us. And frankly, if I had the threat of just destroying the place, why would I be sitting here talking to you without... And you see I lift my cloak. I do not have a sword on. And my spellbook is tucked away.
Well, I know you don't have a sword. It's behind me.
Well, right, but I haven't picked up replacements.
I'm joking.
Or anything like that. But he says, I think the rivalry, just like between our nations, between us, I think may need to be on a pause, Softail.
You do realize, even being game adjacent to your bullshit infuriates me to all the 9 realms. I don't know how many realms there are. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Sig would smile at that and nod, and he says, trust me, the feeling is mutual. Which is why, as part of my bargain, since I was coming to you first, an added caveat. Should the world still exist if our truce comes to be, and we defeat Tiamat afterwards, I would be happy to settle things once and for all.
This is a tempting offer, and under normal circumstances, I'd kill you here and now. But unfortunately, my pride has to, for the first time in my life, take a back seat to everyone else's stuff. I have goals and plans for, let's just say, aspects of my life, and I need those aspects of my life not to be burned to the ground. So I will temporarily work towards the same goal as you, but I will not work beside you. I refuse. Not ever again.
Sig nods, and he says, I think those conditions are completely acceptable. If we can further this conversation, I think it would be important to have the lengthier discussion with all those that will be taking part in this venture. You know your allies. If there's a place that you deign we should meet as one, we will meet you there.
What's a place that's not too far? That is symbolistic. Can I get the world map up on here real quick?
I think there's an Arby's on Main.
Yo, wait, actually, Sig would.
Are you guys not on the city map?
Yeah,
We're
but
on
not the
the-
drawn city
You're on the
map.
combat version.
But if you're actually, are you thinking about a place in the city, Mike, or are you just thinking about like world map wise?
Either or.
Because if you struggle to pick a place, Sig knows a great inn in Gutter Run.
That's what I was thinking. But seeing as this is the ex-lover of Veritas and me being a little shit, I was thinking about doing it in the place I killed Veritas.
Dude, we can go to the underground quiver den. I told you guys that's how I got all my dudes into the city.
Yeah. Alright, so because Softail's a little fucker sometimes, and he has to get at some part of the last laugh, he'll propose that they meet in the den of the quiver, where he killed Veritas. Even though
Wait, do you say that part out loud? Because I did warn you at the beginning of this that if she gets upset, she could very well turn into a dragon.
I know, but he might just say it and just see, because he's a little fucking asshole.
You are going
For the sake of let's not blowing up the city. Is she gonna explode if I say that?
So just GM giving you your cool moment. She won't.
Okay, then
you can say it and you'll be okay.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, where my comrades and I. So yeah, he proposes. We meet in the den of the quiver where me and my comrades slaughtered Veritas and his men.
Yeah, so she just looks at Softail, like she looks up, looks at you, looks at Sig, and then she looks back down, and then she just kind of nods her head.
Dude, Jamel, the Gus Fring meme that I sent you earlier today, that is Sig's face right now. Just truly staring daggers at
Alright,
you
cool.
as Sig just nods.
So
Would
you guys are
Ronan
gonna
know this lady?
action it. I don't think
Because
so.
technically I started here, part of the quiver.
Oh no, the relationship that they had is like, how old are you?
20 something.
Like he was a drow and she was an elf. This was like decades ago.
Okay, cool.
Fucking but yeah, so you guys are gonna have a meeting about what your next action is.
Yeah, we'll do it this time tomorrow.
Okay, cool. So you guys go and gather the homies from whatever they're doing. I have two questions. One, does anyone have any outright opposition to this idea?
No.
Does anyone have Softail walk up to them and go, "Hey, Sig's back, by the way, but we're gonna work together to try and beat Tiamat. We're meeting in this place." Does anyone have a reaction to that? That's a hell no.
None of my characters do. No.
Same.
Your 16 characters.
Yeah.
Alex said same when he's literally the guy, and that's so funny.
Yeah, but I'm also two other dudes.
I know,
that-
yeah, for sure. But anyone else?
Ronan's had sex with 3 vampires, so he's no place to open his mouth.
3? Oh
Yeah.
shit, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Whatever. Yeah, Conrad, his
Oh, yeah,
sister,
his
and then his wife.
You fucked Conrad?
Yeah.
How was it?
What's it?
Alright, whatever. Alright, Nanu, would the doctor have any qualms with this?
With Sig, he doesn't know who Sig is.
Or fucking vampire.
Sweet. Fantastic. Alright, so the only thing is, getting into the quiver is awkward. So do you want to say that you, like, brought Eliana too, I guess, since she would have information about the front lines and, like, maybe in relevant data?
Yeah.
She's also probably the only person who could, like, literally... Actually, she's not the only person who could do it.
I was gonna say Asgrim could do it, but yeah,
yeah,
I'll bring her anyway because that is pertinent information to have.
Okay, cool.
Does Annabelle come to this meeting?
Fuck no.
Yeah, and Annabelle is out doing whatever she's doing, and she's at a call whenever you want.
You took my only friend, bro.
Fuck your
sorry,
friends.
So, you guys get together and you teleport into the Quiver Den, which was you could only get into it by teleporting because I don't know. Yeah, it was underground. Like it doesn't really, whatever. How did they build it? Whatever.
They dug it out. They covered the hole.
I don't know, he's a drow. He probably knows some shit about building.
Whatever. Fucking so yeah, you guys get everybody together. It's everyone's characters and tertiary characters and secondary characters, and Eliana and Azrin, I guess. Investor's probably here too, but only a handful of you you guys are here. What's the idea? What's the plan? What do you
Lay it out for me, Sig.
I mean, he pretty much proposes what he said to you in the initial pitch. Sig was able to resist the effects of a magic sword with a spirit inside of it for about 5 years. He knows the person who sealed away Adam's brother, as well as more information about the construct of the sword. He was there and part of the initial group that analyzed he was literally the person that did the initial analysis on the red dragonstone that Kohira is now using on the front lines. So he kind of just foregoes some of this base information and says, I would like to combine information and work together to try and discover a means of subduing Tiamat.
Oh, so you don't
Locating
actually have a plan. Oh, I gave you too much credit when I assumed you did.
Right, because the guy that was sitting in a hallway waiting for a person to teleport there for 3 days totally was doing more than I was.
Hey, listen. You and I both know all my beef is personal. I don't give a shit.
What's your assurance that you won't turn on us in the heat of the battle?
If I turn on you in the heat of the battle, I still get eaten by the dragon god that I made you lose to anyway. There's literally no reason for me to turn on you because I will just die afterwards.
Well, I mean,
I don't want to die.
technically you did teleport out of a jail cell randomly, so you could teleport out of the battle.
Right, because you were going to murder me.
Right.
So I teleported out of there.
So the dragon will try to murder you. Will you teleport out of there?
No, because she's going to try and murder the rest of the world.
I think what he's getting at is that the world is gonna end and there's nowhere he can teleport that's not on the planet.
Right. Yeah, I think that's pretty clear.
Yeah.
Bro is like, why would you help us stop the asteroid that's going to blow up this planet? Where the fuck else am I going to go, dog?
Didn't you employ a planeswalker?
Me?
Yeah, the leader of the guys with the weapons, the guns. Aren't they in that country fighting for you?
Oh, our former
his name is
Empress,
Koshe, and yes, he is.
our former Empress Vex is working with him, but I don't think he's a planeswalker in the sense that he can do so willingly. I think he ended up here on accident.
You know for a fact that he was essentially, I mean, I guess Inuyasha's the one who talked to him. Now I think about it, and Sig would know of him just by virtue of being associated with Vex. But that dude is here, doesn't know why, has amnesia, and is trying to go home. He hasn't figured it out. That's his problem.
All right. Well, I mean, besides the whole you can change planes thing, fair enough. Okay. So let's say we believe you. Eliana, do you have any pertinent information that could help us defeat Tiamat? As you've seen Calavera using the red stone thingy that I can't remember the name of.
Defeat Tiamat, sweetheart. No. I don't know how that's supposed to happen, but I have pertinent information as to how maybe your contribution could maybe help win the war, the one that's happening right now. Maybe.
Twisted.
Perhaps.
I'm not here to help on either. I'm not here about the war stuff. I'm still Vexarian, so I'm not here to turn coat and help your emperor win or anything. I'm here to put a pause on the war so that we can turn our efforts towards the thing that's going to end the world.
Eliana looks at you and she goes, "Pausing the war would be great, even. Well, it's happening, and if you want to pause it, you probably have to go there."
Right. I mean, I can reach out to Vex and work on my end, but you all have an emperor that is currently burning troops, regardless of the banner.
Well, I'll say that when I was with him still before I came back, Adam seemed tired and frustrated. I think if a lot of you were to try to convince him to stop, it would be quite easy to do so. I think at this point it's a fallacy of sunk costs for him. But Vex, though, that woman is insane. Stopping her is the issue.
Right, and I will, that will be my task. I think that I might be able to leverage enough for her to listen to. I'll have to package actual reason in a box that's more akin to her type of reason. But that's my problem.
Okay, so let us do this. Let us meet back here in 2 days' time. It gives us.
2 days.
Well, we have teleporting, so. Do you think that will be enough time for you to convince Vex?
By the way, oh, I guess Eliana will just say this. She's actively fighting on the battlefield. As we
Right.
speak.
Right. Of course she is. Give it 3. Let's give it a nice 3 days.
So, unless anybody opposes this, let us meet back here in 3 days once both of us have convinced our emperors to put a ceasefire on this war. They will both meet themselves and agree to the ceasefire, and we can deal with the giant god dragon burning down all of Not Faerun.
Faerun, bro, just said that shit. Yes.
I said Not Faerun.
Sig would be in agreement with that. I think he would also turn. He doesn't really know who did it, but he knows that someone did it. He looks around at the table and he says, secondary question. Which one of you got possessed? I felt before I left the city that the sword changed. I can only assume one of you picked it up.
That was you, Burnus. If you're here and the army hasn't called you yet.
Back. What was that?
So Sig said, who the fuck picked up my sword and got possessed?
Is that a problem?
You? I chuckle and I say, no fucking way. Of course it was you. Same guy, the same guy who fucked Annabelle and got brain dead. Of course you picked up the sword.
He also had erectile dysfunction for a little bit.
And who's still living and kicking?
Hey.
Oh wait, right, not you.
Bravo. I say, so what happened? Is the spirit back in the sword, or?
I killed it.
That's not.
Yeah,
Doctor, do you want to chime in here? Or are you gonna let the libel?
It's a bluff, by the way, but you know.
I don't think there's a bluff
nothing to
you
say
can
about
make.
that.
That would make them believe you.
So the doctor doesn't want to go into any of the details as to what happened with the soul of the of Aiden.
Nope.
Okay, all right, got it.
Just be silent. Do you want to test me?
When they say when they're having this argument, Layla looks at you, sees just like you're just looking forward, stern, straightforward demeanor. She's like, "All right, got it. We're not talking about it." She just looks straight at you.
The only thing you have to know about that is that we beat his ass and we won.
Great. Okay. I don't really care about what happened to the guy inside of it. The point is that he is not in the sword anymore, right?
That's
Wait, real quick.
another thing that
Do we
only
know what is the guy back in the sword or what?
Y'all truly the only person who knows what the fuck happened with that in any way is the doctor. If he doesn't say anything, you guys have no idea. What you do know is that you can pick up the sword at this point. Like, you guys have probably tested it. You can pick up the sword and nothing happens. It seems like it's just regular.
I say, well, wait. Yeah, Raffy talk.
Wait. Where is the sword currently?
Locked away.
Where?
It's locked away in the barracks.
Hasbro locked away Sig's gear in the barracks, like, so it can't be interfered with unless he.
Okay. So I couldn't get that sword just swinging around like, yeah, you see this right here? Okay, all right, got it.
Yeah, no, it's not on your person.
Yeah, please. Actually, go grab it and take it out of that place. I'd love if you did that.
Okay, so I'm just gonna keep a stern face and say, you know, I don't know. Fuck around and find out.
Great. Okay. Well, listen. If the spirit is gone from it, all that sword is now is just a magic weapon. It's just good at cutting things and is a conduit for spells. We're going to work together. Can I have my gear back?
No.
Okay. So the next time that you just to set the record straight, you guys are 2 for 2 when it comes to cursed swords and failing at holding them. I just want that to be known. So the next time that we deal with a cursed sword and I don't have my cursed sword, I just want that to be remembered.
Well,
Can we just drop his gear somewhere and have him go teleport to pick it up? I'm tired of looking at this fucker.
I mean, to be fair, this is also the second time now that we've withheld a person's key spellcasting thing. And last time it didn't work very well.
Yeah, listen, I'm just saying. I could try to get by, but
I feel like
there's no more
You're
person
saying,
inside
You're
there.
saying you could try to get by. Could you get by?
Hey man, I
let's
can figure it out.
let's just give him his sword.
If the answer is yes,
Let's not give it back here.
No, not here.
If the answer is yes, it's like me giving a guy fucking, like a magazine with just 5 rounds. Like, hey, it's enough to take out 5 people, but if you try to take out the rest of us, you're fucked.
What?
I feel like if he's gonna get shit back,
about
us being around him is probably the best time for him to get his shit back, right?
I guess we could stop him right here now.
Yeah, if I started doing some.
I mean,
shit
to
right
be
now,
fair, wait, is the dragon lady with us still?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if he really wants to blow this shit up, she could just turn into a dragon.
I could beat her.
I mean, we could
By the way,
definitely.
when he introduces her as the dragon, do you just assume that she can turn into a dragon?
I mean, Annabelle told everybody that this lady turns into a brown dragon.
That's the same bitch.
I'm operating under the assumption.
I'm
that
just-
everybody has been
I forgot
already told.
Annabelle. Yeah, I forgot Annabelle gave them that information. I completely forgot that she's like in sleep.
Softail does so. Softail asks. He says, "So the sword is just a normal magic sword for you, and it's good at cutting stuff. Fine, you can get it back. But that begs the question: what happened to the soul of the man that was in it?" And then he looks at the doctor.
I follow Softail's gaze, I guess, and I look at this guy I've never met. You're the guy that was holding Belzaris' body.
Yeah, the doctor just says his soul's contained.
Layla pipes up after that, and she says, he's good at what he does. If he says that it's contained, it is. 100%.
Well, seeing as I questioned him before and he didn't give me good answers for shit, I don't believe him. But I'm not going to waste my time pandering, or what's the word? Not pandering. Berating him with questions he's not going to answer.
Yeah, Layla says, he's not the kind of guy who he likes a person to figure their answers out on their own. We learned more that way.
Yes,
And
well,
she like looks to you, doctor, like with like a thumbs up, thumbs down, like if that was a good answer.
Wait, isn't Layla a goblin?
No,
She's a half orc,
Shit.
right?
she's a half orc. Yeah,
Okay.
He gives her an
Yeah.
appreciative nod.
sweet. She feels good about that.
All right. Well, I will. Then we'll get the gear settled, and then we can head off on our individual ventures.
yeah, I'll drop it off outside the north gate. I'll have Cock do it because fuck him.
I'll meet you there, or meet your emissary there. I look around at everybody. Does anyone need a dimension door out of here, or else we're gonna go?
Yeah.
Ashterra and Eliana are here between the two of them. They can get everybody out. So what's y'all's plan explicitly?
So we have to go convince Adam. He has to go convince Vex. We're gonna have the leaders meet up and agree to ceasefire.
Okay, interesting.
I'm gonna go a non-documented way, and I'm gonna go find Conrad. I think in the 2 days and try to convince him to help out.
Yeah, so after like a day or so, Conrad has probably finished sorting out the resting places of the minions of Elzaris who were his people that have died. Fucking one of them lived. I don't
Jordan's
remember what
daughter
I
is
said.
still alive.
Yeah, she's still alive. She never
She's a
got
prisoner,
defeated.
I think.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, she's just in the prison. Now I think about it. But Conrad would have been out sorting out where the fuck the souls of the people who died went. So finding him would be fairly doable. Yeah. So cool. All right. Okay. So timeline. to talk to Vex. You guys want to talk to Adam. What's like the plan to get to the front lines? Because the front lines is to go to the world map real quick.
I was just gonna teleport.
Oh yeah, right. I mean,
We're allowed to do the end of Game of Thrones because we have actual teleportation, unlike Game of Thrones.
Yeah, and then I
sure.
figured the Vex and Sig stuff would just happen off screen. We can talk about that.
Yeah. Okay. So, I guess I guess I'll ask first. Ronan, you're trying to get into contact with Conrad. What's your methodology for doing that?
I scry him.
Okay, you scry Conrad. Um, he's kind of like at. If you recall, he had like this vast kind of room of coffins. That was his entire coalition. Um, and you when you scry him, he's kind of like returning the bodies of the two people who are working with Velzaris for to those coffins. And there's a singular coffin, or there's two coffins left that are empty. Um, and when you scry him, he just kind of like asks, "What is it you need?"
I kind of just fill him in on the details of the meeting. Great battle is coming. The world that you, I know that you care so much about, is in great danger. Blah blah blah. We're working to pause the war um, to be able to fight Tiamat. We have 2 days to figure out exactly how we're doing that and if the war is going to get paused, and that he would just be a great help. And it would be nice to see him again because I miss him and secretly love him.
What the
So
fuck?
so he says in short do you need my help with the task, or do you need an outlet for your frustrations, or both?
Both.
And then he just says
Can I scry with my cock out? I'm kidding.
Oh my
Nick.
god.
Oh my god. I assume that's how you do all your magic.
He's moving his cock out.
he says that he will be there as soon as he can to assist.
So, are you proficient in cock magic?
Cock magic.
All right.
Nah, bro,
He
he's
says
not
that he'll be there. He says that he'll be there when you guys go. He'll be there.
Cool.
Okay. Sweet. So he'll do that. So otherwise, um. So. Okay. So you guys are probably together at this point. If it's so, what was your timeline? You were giving each of yourselves like a day to like kind of get the other side to calm down
We were meeting back up in 3 days' time from that meeting day.
from those meetings. So
Yeah.
it must be stated, Adam and Vex are both on the front lines fighting. That's like the situation we're aware of.
Do we want to like retcon that to like a week?
Sure. However long it takes.
Yeah, let's just retcon it to however much time it actually takes us to.
No, that's not the issue. But like just like if your goal is like, okay, I'm gonna teleport into where Adam is and I'm gonna try and talk to him. He's like fighting.
How far away is the front line?
The front line. Oh yeah, wait. That's why I meant to move you guys to the Zajaris map.
Yeah, because we could just teleport to like wherever the fighting first starts and then navigate by
Yeah.
foot.
So the fighting is the fighting currently is happening in like kind of the forest area, on the border between Vexaria and Calestria. Kind of more into the Vexarian border, if you see on the map. So from the current location, I mean, obviously you need to teleport. You need to. It's like literally weeks away.
Right.
But yeah, so you can do that. And you guys have two people who can teleport, so you can take everybody. Um, and you guys have the ability to scry the people that you're trying to find, so you can do that. But I mean, I guess you'd have to scry them first to know where they are, so you can do that if you want. Or
Yeah.
you can just, or do you guys just want to teleport and like raw
I
dog
feel
the
like
front line?
if we get to the front line, we could probably find where the two leaders are at.
Okay, yeah. I mean, if you want, you could just kind of teleport there, like.
Yeah, I mean, Adam is wherever
gotcha.
the
Like,
big dragons are.
X amount of people could fly up in the air and then see where the huge group of fucking soldiers are.
Yeah, I mean, we'll
Yeah,
just ask whoever the fuck is the logistics person that's running data between Zadra or Ifringar and the front
Eliana
line.
was there, so she could give you like approximate coordinates, like
Yeah.
as to where the fighting was happening a day ago. And then you can do that. Okay, that's fine. Sure. Does anyone want to do any type of preparation before you do so?
I have no money, so.
Only money.
Did we rest?
All right, sweet. You're all broke. Is there anything you want to do mentally or
I
conversationally
need to be
or?
healed.
Yeah, did we rest?
Anyone who needed to be healed, you're fine. Just bring yourself back up to max. There's like 99
How
clerics
big-
in the fucking city.
How big has Scraps gotten since I've been gone?
Scraps is like a full blown like wolf.
Do you think it would be ill-advised to bring him with us?
Yep.
Okay. Is he, I didn't ask actually. I thought about this last session. When I like see him again with Eliana, is he like a lap dog or is he like a trained dog?
Somewhere in the
Just-
middle.
Does she just kind of baby him?
Yeah, she babies him. He's very spoiled. He's a dire wolf for what it's worth.
Yeah. But
and
he's a baby.
yeah. But for what it's worth, dire wolves are CR3 creatures.
Yeah, absolutely. That's pretty much what I wanted to suss out.
But
So then, yeah, Scraps is staying home.
But he's definitely affectionate and remembers you, for sure,
Sick.
1,000%.
Yeah, there will definitely be like one night like before we head to the front lines where we're at like an inn,
Okay.
all the original homies catching up, and like I bring Scraps over, me, him, and NG are hanging out. You know, get the
Okay,
vibes
sweet.
up before we go to the horrors of war.
Excellent. Okay, sweet. So, so the people who would be teleporting you guys are Azarin and.
Oh wait,
Eliana.
actually, I actually do have something I need to talk to somebody about conversationally real quick because we don't know where the fuck these motherfuckers are. We keep losing track of them. My apprentices, if they are here, because I don't know where the fuck we left them, I'm just gonna tell them.
So, short question. You left your, if I recall correctly, were your apprentices in Ifringar? Or were they in
We've had this conversation 3 or 4 times. I'm pretty sure we're at the conclusion where I don't remember where they're at. So.
Okay, so where would you like them to be?
I'm gonna assume they're here. I'm gonna tell them, listen.
Okay, that's perfect.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell them, listen. Shit, we have officially gotten way out of my depths, which means you're 10 times out of your depths. Go home, go to Ashterra, care for the shop, and once all this dragon god shit has blown over, I'll come back. And then normally somebody would say if I don't come back, take the dojo, but Softail thinks he's coming back, so he ain't gonna say shit about that.
Okay.
Do they have anything to say about that?
Yeah. If you're like, wait for me to come back. Cynthia would probably ask, what if you don't?
I reassure her.
By the way, like Evelyn like smacks her in the fucking shoulder when she says like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah.
Fucking.
I look at her and I say, I think you know by now that I will come back. I'm fairly capable and I can handle myself. So
Alright.
let's assume I don't come back for reasons other than I have died. I don't know what those could be, but let's assume that you are to do what you please with the dojo, and it is your property. I like specifically am telling because they have the shop Bullock, right? Bullock and Evelyn.
Bullock and Evelyn, they own the apothecary, and then fucking yeah.
Yeah. So I tell her, I said, it is your property to keep. It is yours to do what you wish for. I hope, and I get down to like her level. I take a knee. I say, I hope that the lessons I have taught you over the last few months are principles you ingrain in the rest of your life and you pass on to the next generation yourself.
And she nods and she says, yeah, absolutely. One day though, I'm still going to kill you.
For the first time in a long time, Softail genuinely chuckles and he pats her on the head and he says, I know. And he...
she sheds a single tear, and then yeah, if you send them on their way, then they'll just start their trek back, get them some horses, and they'll probably be back in Tamaraza in a couple weeks.
Yep.
All right, cool, beautiful. All right, so back to the other shit. So you guys are so no one else has any qualms because like where you're about to go is probably gonna be pretty rough.
Yeah, I don't really have
good.
any.
We all know what our characters do. Fire. All right, so
I mean, I'll just
So,
probably. Do I have potions of healing? I'll probably just grab a couple potions. I'll ask somebody for some potions of healing, but other than that, I don't think I need anything.
Eliana's a fucking alchemist, so she can, well, not the class, but like by profession.
Yeah.
So like she can get you set up with some potions if you need some potions.
Yeah.
She
I
can
just
give you
want some potions of
she can
healing, to
give
be
you
honest. That's it.
Yeah, she'll give you a few potions of cure critical.
Okay.
That's fine. Um, cool. The caster level for those, you can write this down. The caster level for those is 12.
How many should you give us?
12.
Sure.
Did
split
any
that
of
amongst
those
yourself.
people that I killed or beat up happen to have something that would be better than a +2 belt of con?
No.
No? Okay. Just making sure.
Now, you could have one via the means that you know exist, if you desire.
I don't have any money. I have Japanese yen.
Oh, wait, are you talking about Inuyasha or Sig?
Inuyasha.
Oh, yeah. Fucking Inuyasha's cooking with what he has.
No, yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, Sig, I wasn't even gonna ask.
All right, excellent. All right, so all right, cool. So are you guys doing this at the same time, or you're both gonna like kind of scry your leaders?
I guess so.
All right, cool.
Well, wait. I thought we were just gonna teleport to the front and.
Oh, you're gonna teleport first and look.
Yeah, that was our plan.
All right, cool. So yeah, Eliana gives you the directions. She's gonna teleport you guys in. Sig and the dragon have their own means of doing so. So you guys teleport to the front line, which is like kind of like if you're on the map in this area of the map.
Got it.
Which is where the combat is happening. So you guys teleport to it's kind of like this kind of like swampy-ish marshlands that kind of goes off into a kind of leafless forest. So it's kind of a lot of like tall leafless trees that kind of look like they're dying. And you guys see that there's like a very like kind of large ward being fought on like a few in a few different like kind of places. Especially if someone like who has flight here, who's like gathering information.
Kenzen has flight if we need him.
Okay, yeah. Whoever's on the ground just sees kind of like okay, like probably like half a kilometer, 3/4 of a kilometer away. There's a big kind of combat happening between giant groups of people. And then from the ground, you also see that there are 2 dragons flying around, burning shit, and in the air, there's kind of like these random kind of sparks of electricity that go off. That's what anyone on the ground sees. Anyone who can fly into the airs and is going to gather data.
Kenzen can fly and he will do that.
Kenzen can fly and he will do that. Anyone else? Does Kenzen want to give anyone else the ability to do so?
Does anybody want to come with me?
Sure.
All right, I'll give it to Ronan.
Okay. Anyone else, or is it just you 2?
I mean, if you can cast fly on one more person, because Inuyasha can only fly when he's raging.
Yes.
Okay.
I can.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a 3rd level spell. You're like.
Yeah, I have 7 3rd level spells, so we're good.
All right, sweet. All right, so you got. So you guys go into the air, and what you see is like from the air, you see that the more of the specifics of the battle that's happening. So there's kind of like 2 main like kind of like fronts happening, like 2 main like kind of blobs of soldiers kind of fighting one another. So on Adam's side, it's there's a kind of like a right side and a left side, and on Adam's side there's the amalgamation of the Ashterran Guard army and the Legion and like members of the Legion who have been like mixed in with them. You guys know about that. So they're just essentially regular soldiers of varying degrees of skill. Also kind of mixed in with them are no small amount of lizardmen. And anyone who knows anything knows that a single lizardman is worth probably about 10 to 12 men. They're extremely strong. So they're fighting on the front lines as well. On Vex's side, there's again just regular soldiers, and then but her soldiers are kind of less. They're more plentiful, but less armored and whatnot. So more of them die like per interaction, but they have guns. So things happen with that kind of suck. But generally, for every 1 legionnaire that goes down, 2 of X's soldiers go down, but they have like almost twice the numbers. So it's like one of those things where like it's still even in that way. And then there's the androids who have rifles that are laser rifles and can attack from a large distance. problems. And it seems like the dragons seem to be mainly attacking them. It seems like that's like kind of the balancing force that's trying to be dealt with by the dragons. But the dragons themselves. Oh, and by the way, so there are a number of like kind of big, important players in the actual combat themselves that you can kind of see from a bird's eye view. So you see this. Inuyasha would recognize him. This really fucking big dude. Who's got kind of like a laser sword in one hand, and his left hand is like kind of in his neck, have like chains around them.
Darth
And he's
Vader?
kind of lugging around. He's lugging around this giant chain with like kind of a brick of stone and or concrete attached to the end, and he's kind of just blitzing through like waves of people with this fucking lightsaber essentially, and this giant chain with concrete attached to it. He's swinging it around like it's a weapon.
This is the leader of the android people?
That's the leader of the androids. Yeah, you recognize it.
Koshe?
Yes. He's fighting on one front by himself. Notably, the front that has lizards. More of the lizards.
Jesus.
On the front that has fewer of the lizards, you notice that there's like a small coalition of that consists of, at this point, 2 people actually, who are this. There's a dude who has 2 axes, and there's a girl with a giant sword. And they're kind of, again, same kind of vibe. They're like dynasty warrioring this combat, so they're clearly important.
Who are these
Sig
main
would
characters?
Sig would recognize them as Vex's crew besides Annabelle.
Okay, yeah.
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 So when Sig, when you first met Vex's crew, it was the dude with the axes, the girl with the sword, Annabelle, and then the dude that Velzaris was with, the like kind of spooky dragon guy. But now it's just the 2 people, but they seem like they're decently stronger than the average person that they're fighting, so they're like beating people up.
Sig is somewhere else on the battlefield seeing that, and he's like, "Wow, they're working. I've never seen that before in my fucking life."
Yeah, exactly. But the most important thing is that in the air, you guys see kind of like the dragons are kind of doing their thing, but the dragons every now and then kind of seem to like have like kind of like a memory leak, where like they look like they're like going to take an action and they don't, and they kind of stop. And you guys see in the air, on like kind of a floating disc, is Adam. And every now and then he kind of like fires off like a fireball or a chain lightning into the crowd of enemies. But he's on this disc and he's kind of like flying like very quickly in different directions.
Static
And
shock.
you see sort of flying exactly, but like it's bigger. And flying or notably on this disc with him is a kind of like slumped over body of a girl that he seems to be protecting. Going after him personally is this kind of like this woman clad in like a scale mail, who's got this kind of long, just billowing hair that's kind of flapping around in the wind, and somehow she's flying. You don't see how or really understand it, but you kind of like when you look at Adam, you see Adam kind of like she seems to be chasing him. And you see Adam like kind of flying around in a way that's easy to track. The woman seems to be moving slower than he is, but every second or so, she just appears closer to him by like 80 feet, and you don't really know why. But it seems like Adam is between like every time she gets closer to him, the dragons kind of hesitate to take an action. Yeah, and it seems like he's trying to get away from the person who's chasing him. Sig, you would recognize the person who's chasing him as Vex.
Yeah, right. I guess.
Both in the same place.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't know. Something.
Yeah,
like
Vex and Adam are like actively fighting one another.
Yeah. I feel like then the play might be like a coordinated interference between Sig and the main party, like Sig getting in the way of Vex, and I don't know.
How do you guys want to go about it?
I mean, Sig, are you here? You're just on the opposite side of the battlefield?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we all are in the same place, kind of, but we didn't travel here together.
So what I'll say to you guys, just mechanically, like how this works, straight up, just for the sake of time and saving you some speculation. So the main players on the ground are what's making the fight on the ground even. So like if you guys were to go fight Koshe, the big guy with the lightsaber, and beat him, that would turn the tide in your favor. If you were to go beat Vex's crew members, that would turn the tide in your favor. Um, that just beating them straight up would just kind of make you win, mechanically. Um, if the goal is to get them to stop fighting each other, so you could have a united force to fight Tiamat, then the idea would probably be to get
Yo,
Vex
Raph.
or Adam. Oh yeah,
Raph.
he's breathing.
Yes.
You're like breathing pretty heavily.
I'm sorry.
But the goal there would be to get Vex and Adam to stop fighting one another. You have the idea. If you get Vex and Adam to stop fighting one another, they can probably stop the fighting on the ground from happening. Outside of maybe Koshe, because he's kind of like bloodlusted, but he could be handled after that. So you essentially have the option of: do you want to stop them from fighting each other, or do you just want to win the battle on the ground and capture Vex after and force her to work with you? It's up to you.
Well,
Those are kind of like the two main options.
I feel
considering
like that you can't negotiate with that coach, motherfucker.
He's bloodlusted.
considering that right now we have the ability to fly and we can go right up to Adam and talk to him, like, bro, we got a peel for you. It's not a bad attempt.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Whoever's up here flying with me.
Yeah, it's me, you, and Ronan.
Ronan, you want to give it a shot? You want to go try and fly up to him and be like, yo, get the fuck out of here.
I mean, I can try. I don't think he's gonna listen to me.
I mean, between the three of us.
Yeah, all three of us likely.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a matter, I think, of him listening to us. Just a matter of, like, if we get in his way, then Vex is just gonna take advantage and attack him immediately.
Right, so we
Yeah,
need to
you guys
somehow...
I think maybe
like-
what could happen.
Yeah.
What my idea maybe was that, since between the three of us, I'm the only like melee combatant that's flying, I could go intercept, and I'll say that in big air quotes because I don't know how I would stack up to trying to intercept Vex while you guys give Adam some space and give a little bit of that spiel.
We can give that a shot. I mean, you can go giant bat form, right? Buy some time.
Yeah, I mean, well, you have the fly spell on me, so as long as you maintain like maintain it, I could go into like my wolf form. I can go into any of my forms.
Yeah, whatever form's gonna buy us the most time, I guess.
Yeah. So you get the idea that if Adam stopped to blink or think, Vex would probably get to him. So stopping her is probably the way to talk to him.
Yeah, so I guess I will. I'll go towards her. Let me see which one of my forms has a grab. I think that's my snake.
I can turn my shit into a bird or something if you guys want me up there too.
Yeah, whatever. Get as many people
Oh,
up
yeah,
as we
you-
can. We gotta run
You
interference.
and me want to go fight Vex while they go talk to Adam. We could be the team up in the air.
Well, could I get there on the ground?
Vex and Adam are fighting like probably 200 feet in the sky.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
You're having a
I'll go-
Dragon Ball Z battle that's just kind of
Yeah,
floating
I'll go.
exploding
I'll go
in
in
the
the
air.
fucking air. I'm gonna
Also-
turn White Claw into a. Let's see here. A giant shrike.
Shrike? Fuck, I don't even know what a shrike is. Is that a bird? I think that's a
It's a little
Hosier
bird.
song.
It's a
Yeah,
little
okay.
bird.
Shrike.
Alright,
Yeah,
cool.
So
So you're doing that.
I will. I'll rage, and I will turn into. I guess I'll turn
By the way,
into my.
What
you don't have to type
the hell?
Pathfinder. It's like a real thing, like in real life.
Oh, is it?
Yes. It's just like a bird.
Oh, it's like a
Regular
little
bird.
pheasant or not pheasant.
Yeah.
Wait, is
Um,
Kind of like a sparrow.
but yeah,
Yeah.
what were you saying, Alex?
I'm gonna rage and turn into my python form because I have a grab
You're a
attack.
flying python.
I'm a flying python. That's correct. I
Okay.
have 60-foot fly speed because of the fly spell.
Crazy.
Okay, sweet.
I'm a
My
huge
God,
fly
it's
python.
it's Axolotl, or the fuck that Mayan god is.
Quetzalcoatl, yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
Quetzalcoatl.
Alright, sweet. So you're flying up as a snake to try and stop Vex. NG is hopping on the motherfucking Shrike to help you do so. He's a strong marshal. Is Sig doing that too? And if he
Sig,
is
I
the
guess,
dragon
would
help
try
you?
to pull up on the dragon. I don't feel comfortable bringing her out on the battlefield, considering she's kind of fucked mentally right
That
now.
being said, what would you like her to do?
That being said, I would like her to. Great fucking question.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I would like to have her go fight Koshe.
Sweet. Okay, so you're sending her to go fight Koshe. All right, that's perfectly fine.
I give her the specific instructions since she was weird about killing before. I just say, you don't need to kill him. You just need to stop him from killing everything else.
All right, sweet. She accepts his orders, and she fucking does her little dance and heads on to the front line to beat him up. All right, so that's accounted for. So we have the doctor, Layla, the tertiary characters, and Ronan, I believe, are unaccounted for at this point.
No, Ronan's up top with
No,
us.
Ronan, so yeah, I was up there.
Oh yeah, so Ronan's in the air. What is he gonna do? Is he gonna try to talk to Adam as well?
Yeah, I'm going with Softail. Talk to.
Okay, you're going with Softail to talk to Adam.
No,
All right.
Kenzen.
Oh, Kenzen, right?
Softail's on the ground.
There's too many
All
people.
right,
gotcha, yeah, so many-
Softail on my ground.
Never
Never
again.
people up.
So yeah, so I guess everybody that's on the ground, are, I guess Softail would recommend, seeing as a dragon's going for Koshe, they're up there running interference in the sky, and we're just sitting around. And I Softail recommend we go run interference on those two fuckers with the giant swords.
Yeah. So maybe oh yeah. So I guess I'll just ask the doctor. What do you have any qualms or plans here? Or are you down to just like help whoever is fighting whoever?
So I can help fight, but the doctor reasons that he probably would be more effective if he was reviving soldiers.
Oh yeah, that's gas.
That's a good
yeah,
point.
So you could just be like, yo, this lizard died.
So fucking good.
Fucking red wire to blue wire, boom, the lizard's back.
Red wire to
He goes
blue
and kills
wire.
More dudes. Yeah. So you could be doing that. And Layla being a good buffer and a decent melee combatant will be backing you up in that regard. Every now and then a fucking random peon will get close to you and she'll kill him. All right, so
fucking Sung Jin Woo.
literally
Kill a dude, bring him back.
Right. Yeah. So you guys are doing that. Okay, sweet. So what is most important first? So I guess the most important thing first is I won't like play this out necessarily. But so the people who are going to fight Vex are Inuyasha, right?
Yeah.
Was Sig doing it too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sig's also
And
around.
Does Sig have the
and
ability
who's
to
the other people?
fly?
Engie? Yeah, Sig
He
can
can
fly.
cast fly on himself.
Okay.
Yeah. Engie on his Shrike. Was anyone else doing it? Oh, and was yeah, I think that was the 3 people, right?
4. It's Engie, Inuyasha, Kenzen, and Ronan are flying right now. Engie,
okay.
Engie and Inuyasha are running interference on Vex, while Ronan and Kenzen are gonna try and talk Adam down.
Okay, sweet. So when you guys are like quote running interference on Vex, it's one of those things where like you kind of fly up to her and then she just like you blink and she's gone, and then you look behind you and she's 80 feet closer to Adam.
Are they like
And you kind of you don't really know what she's doing. Anyone who has Arcana can roll it.
Kenta does.
Yeah, Sig has it.
some sort of Misty Step?
Oh, I
type
do have
shit?
a rank in that. Let's go.
Kenzen rolled a 25.
25, okay.
20.
Oh, my fault. My
30.
bad, people.
23.
Spellcraft.
Oh,
Spellcraft.
Spellcraft. That's my
Can I
fault.
use the
That's
same
my
roll?
bad.
38.
then
38?
27.
21.
Plus 22 to spellcraft.
Alright, let me double check.
Hey, the
33.
new what you call it? The new character sheet doesn't say if it needs to be learned or not. Does spellcraft need to be learned?
Yes. It needs to be trained,
It
yes.
should be, if it has an asterisk, then yes. If not, then
There
no.
isn't that on the new sheet.
Yes,
that I
it has
saw.
to be trained.
Pardon me? But yeah, it has to be trained, yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. There are no asterisks. Look at that.
Alright,
What the fuck? Why?
so,
RT. It says that there's an
so anyone
RT.
who rolled over a 24 gets it. Who rolled over 24?
Me.
Pretty much everybody, right?
I rolled a 21 with my new roll.
Alright. Yo, Yeah, literally. Oh, okay, so
So no.
did the new roll have the same bonus as the old roll?
No, it did not.
Okay, it didn't. Alright, so whatever. Alright, so Kenton doesn't get it, but strangely enough, Inuyasha Inuyasha gets it because for
No,
some
Sig.
reason
Sig rolled it.
this. Oh, that's Sig. Oh, it said Inuyasha. I was
Yeah,
so
the
tripping. I was like,
character
why
thing
did he
is.
have a plus
Yeah,
22 spellcraft? I was
The
like, what
character
fuck?
tag. No, I would
Okay,
legit
okay,
be
okay, okay,
thinking.
okay. All right, so Inuyasha or fuck Sig and the doctor from the ground,
And
and
me.
who else rolled? And
Ronan.
Ronan. So the doctor you like look up as you're seeing this, Sig and Ronan, you guys see it in real time, but it feels like you kind of go to like there's a moment where you're taking a breath, you're like breathing in, and as you kind of finish taking the breath, you look behind you and she's like somewhere else. And notably, if she were teleporting, you feel like you'd have like finished the breath, so you feel like something more deleterious is happening.
Would I know if it was time magic?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I was gonna say that specifically, Ronan. You get the idea that repeatedly, over and over again, Vex is stopping time.
Bitch is hit.
I
Yes, literally. She also
Emperor
fights with hands.
Crimson.
holy shit.
All right,
Uh,
Yeah, so you get the idea that like she's not that fast in the air, but the way she's closing the distance is she's stopping time, then closing the
So,
distance, and then time.
is she chasing after Adam?
Adam? Yes.
And
But
he's
so what
running
I was
away.
gonna say, yeah, he's like running away and kind of firing off a spell every once in a while, but he's running away. But she's faster than him, or he's faster than her, but she just keeps sticking to him, and he doesn't. And like I mean, he probably knows why at this point, but he hasn't figured out a way to play around it yet. So your guys' issue is how do you stop her from doing that?
Is there
Sig-
any patterns?
Any patterns? It seems like she's doing it. I mean, you get the idea that she's probably doing it as often as she can, and it seems like she does it, and then there's like maybe 18 seconds that goes by, and then she does it again.
Like
Okay.
like right after one of those, like as soon as the 18-second cooldown starts, Sig would try to cast Arcane Disruption on her.
What does that do, and what's the DC?
If she fails the save, the subject must succeed on a concentration check DC 10 plus half its caster level in order to cast an arcane spell or use any spell-like ability, or use
Okay,
spell
catch a spell-like
completion or
ability.
spell trigger magic items.
And the DC is 10 plus half the caster level of.
The DC
What, the
it's a will save for for her to be under this spell, and then after that point, she has to make a con save or a con check equal to 10 plus her caster level, to use any of her spell-like abilities.
sorry, but if she's got what I have, it's not magic, it's supernatural.
It's spell-like ability.
For her, it is a spell-like ability. So
Okay.
So yeah, sure. And her roll save isn't great, so I'll roll that.
Yeah, it's a DC 19.
Oh, she probably. Yeah, she gets that one.
Okay.
Would you like to say
All right.
anything to her?
When she like teleports in and just completely disregards my spell, I don't even like linger on it. I just look and I say, "Vex, things have changed. Can we talk?"
You're saying that as Vex or as a Sig?
Yeah.
She stops and she kind of like it. You feel like you like stop to fucking like a jock mid like Burrow's in the middle of his fucking like 5K warm up and you caught him at fucking K3, fucking and she just kind of stops, like kind of brushes her hair back and she's sweating and she looks at you and she goes, "What, pray tell, do you need?"
Does Adam
anyone,
notably
and anyone who's with Sig would like you could be with her or with him. Oh, but what are you about to ask about Adam?
does Adam notice this like moment of downtime and try anything?
Yeah. So when she's not on his ass, Adam fucking stops, like, and becomes like stationary on the disc, and he starts, and the dragons become more focused, and then he starts kind of just like firing off lightning bolts into Vex's people again. She sees this, but doesn't seem to give a shit.
Could I? Oh, into the people. I see.
Like Adam starts like fireballing and shit like Vex's people, and the dragons start doing their fucking paid low sweeps of fucking fire breath, and it's killing a lot of people, but she doesn't seem to care.
Just seeing
Like
how
she's
tall
not gonna
Wall
stop
Force is.
talking to you because that's happening. But Adam seems to be taking advantage of it. Yeah, he's trying really hard, and she's like leaned back in the chair.
Could I mean, I have 2 wall of forces prepped. How many could I get off to try to block this man's rage or whatever the fuck you want to call what he's doing?
Adam? So you want to stop Adam from attacking the other side?
Yes.
If you cast a single wall of force, he's gonna notice that kind of stops one of his spells, and he's gonna look at you and go, "What the fuck?" So yeah, one is that one, I guess.
Milord.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, sweet. So you do that. But first, Alex, what are you doing?
Sig, in response there, would say, I don't know if you've noticed, but cataclysmic giant dragon god has shown back up, threatening to destroy the world. A little bit more important than this land squabble right now.
She looks at you and she says, "Darling, land squabble. The only cataclysm is me."
That shit was kind of hard.
Sure, but all due respect, Vince. Stacking up your name to a name like Tiamat weighs a little bit more.
And she looks at you like kind of a crazed look in her eye. By the way, what like you remember this one, her initial description, but she's just, like I said, she's got this like kind of scale mail on. She's got kind of like she's got kind of like this like weird like kind of like pirate hat thing. She's got dreads, and one of her eyes is kind of like dark brown, and the other one is a glowing blue that seems to like kind of the blue glow kind of seems to like pulse out of her eye like into the right side of her face, like kind of as a it seems like almost like it's like a disease or something, like it's kind of an infection. And then she looks at you and she says, I'm sorry, wait, what did you say to her again?
So I said something a little disrespectful, but let it be known first. Sig having fought her before, he's scared being up against this lady. He knows how fucking powerful she is. But he says, he essentially said, like, with all due respect, stacking your name up against Tiamat's weighs more.
And she kind of like nods for a second, like aggressively, like okay. And then she looks at you and she goes, "The name Tiamat, how does it make you feel?"
Like the world is going to end in fiery disruption.
And when you hear my name, it is not the same.
Your name sounds like you are going to end my life and perhaps a city's worth of others. But not world, no.
And then she says, "That is something that I am going to correct."
Good. I would want nothing more.
So, by the way, what she's saying is that if Tiamat seems to make you more scared than she does, and she says that that's clearly a skill issue, and she's like, "I need to go do some more fuck shit." Okay.
That's clearly
Well,
a
you
skill
know, be the most fuck shit, killing the thing that's better at killing things than you.
Do you like present that angle?
Yes.
Or you're like, well, yeah, maybe we should kill Tiamat, then maybe you'll be the most feared thing on the planet.
Yeah, 100%. I was like, you know what would make you the most feared person in the world? Killing the god of evil dragons. That's metal as hell.
So she kind of like puts a hand to her chin, and then she mulls it over for a second, and she looks at you. And by the way, again, her men are dying right now. She doesn't even care.
Yeah.
She puts a hand to her chin, and she looks at you, and she kind of smiles like a fucking yellow ass smile, and she says,
Yeah, brush your teeth, bitch.
She got scurvy, bro.
Bro, eat
but,
an orange.
She says, "I'll just kill this Tiamat thing after I'm done with Pretty Boy."
No, but see, I think to get to Tiamat, we're gonna need some of Pretty Boy's men. We're gonna need Pretty Boy alive for a little while longer.
And why's that?
Because it is unclear about the dragon's reach. Tiamat is the god of dragons. We don't know what that means when it comes to all of these beasts. We can't continue the fighting if a dragon god's gonna show up and usurp the control that that girl has over these beasts. Because that will be far worse.
So she doesn't seem like, you get the idea that she doesn't fully understand who Tiamat is.
Well, that's why I keep saying God of Dragons.
Roll me a diplomacy.
Oh.
Bitch, what are you doing?
Can it be since I'm being really serious about it, can it be intimidate?
Sure, bro.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate you. Because my diplomacy is a -2.
Nice.
26.
All right, not bad.
And that was on a 4.
Oh my
All right, well,
goodness.
you're pretty good at that. So you get the idea that you get her to relax for a little bit, and she just kind of turns around and starts and looks back toward the battlefield and sees her people getting fucking absolutely nuked, and she's kind of like smiling at the carnage. It seems to be something that she like finds very likable, even though it's her people. But
Yeah.
you don't get the idea that she's fully on your side yet, but more that she's willing to hear you out.
Hey, as long as she's not trying to murder Adam, I can hope that the other guys are doing their job.
Okay, sweet.
You know?
So all right. So you've got her kind of chilling for a little bit. You've run your damage control. Brutus, were you gonna be? What were you doing?
So, who is not flying?
You, the dragon. You get the idea. I mean, by the way, there's an elf woman that we're calling the dragon for some reason. She would probably introduce herself as Deidre. So you guys can call
What's
her
her
Deidre. Deidre. Deadra. Deidre. And she says that wow, I'm triggered. But she should give you her name at some point. And you can call her that because calling her the dragon is probably gonna be confusing. That's like the name that she goes by. So she's going to fight the lightsaber guy with the big piece of concrete. I imagine you'll probably be useful there.
I was gonna say like, hey, Lady D.
And
Don't
did you
hit
say
on my
Lady
fucking
D?
Yeah.
Don't hit on
She
my
looks at
fucking wife.
she looks at you kind of like before she goes onto the front line. She draws her katana and she kind of is like assessing it for a moment, and she looks at you with a raised eyebrow.
Wait, is she already in dragon form or no?
No, again, she is an elf woman with a sword.
Okay, so she cannot turn into a dragon.
Yeah, you know the Sig said this, but you get the idea that she doesn't really have control over that, and it kind of just happens when she gets emotionally distraught.
It's some Sakuna shit.
There
Alright,
for the- for
Because
the
originally I
Amazon.
was gonna say a fucking joke of like, hey, what are the odds I can ride you into battle? You know, but like,
I mean, if you provoke her a certain way, she'll probably turn into a dragon. But that's up to you if you want to get creative about how you go about doing that.
so maybe we can get her into a
Please don't.
Hulk smash situation where it's like,
Yeah, you
she
can.
control the Hulk.
So what I'll say you know about her. Oh wait, no. Actually, wait, you wouldn't know this. Softail only knows this. You didn't communicate the whole quiver thing to the group, right? It was only to her or to Softail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
I told her
Okay.
so.
All right. So you
Oh,
really don't
yeah.
know what you would say to really get her going, but she seems like a pretty capable swordswoman.
All right, Brutus, think of how to risk this up right now. This is all in character, by the way.
Dude, I'm so
This
fucking
woman is
dead,
spoken
guys.
for, by the way. Plus 5
she?
DC.
He's my wife. She's
Yeah.
my wife.
Yeah, she's Sig's betrothed. They're technically married. Technically.
Huh.
Isn't that what betrothed means?
Okay.
Yes, that's what.
Yes,
it's
by the way. Yes, that's what it means.
All right. Kind of give her a quick look. I'm like, hey, seeing the world's gonna end pretty soon. What are the odds?
Oh god.
You let me ride you into battle real quick, and we charge head on and frickin', fucking sword guy over there.
She looks at you and she raises an eyebrow and she's kind of like getting ready and to get into a battle stance with her katana. And she says, I'm confused. How do you mean we're the same? You're bigger than me. How would you ride me?
Do I have a keyboard or something? Oh my god.
A key word? There's like a fucking subject matter, but you don't know about it, so.
Something
you don't know
that
what.
So does she not know when she turns into this shit?
She has no. She's only ever done it 2 times.
Oh damn. Okay, this is a fucking Hail Mary. All right.
Please understand what you're doing.
But you're letting the Hulk out for what?
Like she does a pretty good job just in her normal.
Yeah,
form.
you get the idea
A
that she's
cool
a
cutscene.
very powerful person. Normally.
I wouldn't
Now
have
this
just
is
sent her
really
by
good.
herself to go fight Koshé if I didn't think she could
Alright.
win.
So if you
Never
want, you guys
mind.
could just fight together.
All right. Hey, you want to fight together and kick that guy's ass?
And she looks at you and she goes, those are my orders.
Lady, in this world, there's no more orders. It's free will at this point.
And then she looks at you and she nods and she says, well, in that case, I think I just really want to kill that guy.
Same. Let's get on to it. fucking like.
Alright,
What's that
sweet.
one scene when like, okay, you know the Jiren and like Goku fight
Yeah.
when like fucking like. It's like, all right, let's get to it, and it's like fucking Frieza and Goku charge at the exact same time, and
Yes.
like just hit fucking Jiren. Picture that right now.
Yeah, sure. So the two of you are vastly more powerful than any individual in this army. Like I said, it's a Dynasty Warriors vibe. The highest level of any
Hell
individual
yeah.
soldier is probably like 5.
Lubu, baby.
So yeah, exactly. So yeah, so you guys, you and the dragon, Deidre, kind of, she has her katana, and you have your hands, and you guys kind of blitz into the front lines, behind the Legion, and the lizards, and you kind of just start like beating the fuck out of the Vexarian soldiers. Some of them have like kind of dual wield scimitars, some of them have rifles, and every now and then there's an android that has a laser rifle. And you kind of beat your way through them, and you get to kind of like this big hulking, like he's built like a dwarf, but he's not small. He's like literally probably about 7 or 8 feet tall. Um, this massive, like kind of dwarf proportioned man, who's, and you kind of see him with his like kind of in his right hand he has the kind of the hilt of a blade that seems to be made of metal. Um, and there's this like laser kind of energy coming out of it that's orange, and you see him kind of like decapitate like 6 people in like one sweep of his right hand, and he swings his left hand, which has a chain attached to it with a large block of concrete, and he kind of like slams it down and like fucking crushes 13 other people, and then he looks at you. You and Deidre make eye contact with him, and then you guys kind of like make eye contact with each other, and you're like, all right, we're about to beat this guy's ass.
Hell yeah.
All right, sweet. I'm gonna ask you for attack rolls in a bit. But so
Also,
you guys
heads
have.
up, my current timer is my meeting's
You're
at
in 5 minutes,
9:30.
right?
My
9:30.
meeting's
Okay,
at
that's more
9:30.
time than I thought we had. Perfect. I thought you were gone at 9. So I expedited that a little bit. I'd have had you roll more shit otherwise, so you got lucky. But all right, cool. So you guys stalled Vex out. The crew who's talking to Adam, that's who? Yes, the fucking kill gift. Yes. But yeah, so who's talking to Adam? It's
Me and Ronan.
you and
Or
Ronan.
Kenzen
Hey,
and Ronan. Let me
nice.
be specific, because there's
Kenzen,
fucking 7
yeah,
characters
please,
here.
Please do that. Please do that. So Kenzen and Ronan are going to talk to Adam. So Adam is like, again, he's on this disc. Calvira is slumped over, like next to his feet on the disc. The moment Vex seems to be distracted, he just starts fucking chain lightning and meteor storming her fucking people. Again, she doesn't seem to give a fuck, but he's like locked in. He's fucking like, he's that guy where like he's playing in like an online competitive game, and his opponent like his opponent's controller like disconnects, and he keeps beating them up instead of waiting for their controller to disconnect, fucking or to reconnect. So he's like locked the fuck in. So you just see him standing on this disc, just kind of like fucking Colonel Mustang, just like snapping his fingers, sending off like magic into this like these large groups of people. And what do you say to him?
Well, I tried to wall of force him when he was taking advantage
Okay.
of the people below.
So he goes to like fire off a couple chain lightnings, and you wall of force, and it just straight up blocks the chain lightning. So that's what wall of force does. And then he looks at you, and he just says, "What are you doing?"
My lord, things, a tide of change is coming.
He kind of like snaps his finger to go to fire off another chain lightning, and it hits your wall of force again. And then he looks at you, and he goes, What is the state of my city? And why are you inhibiting me right now?"
What was the state of the city?
The state of the city is that it's kind of beat up, but it's fine.
In your absence, my lord, it's taken
And
quite a beating.
You were imperative to saving it. If you want to frame this in a good way.
Without me, and I point to Kenzen. I wave my hands to show all of our allies flying in the air as well. Without us, your city would not be standing. You were out here.
And he looks like he's charging up another snap to fire off a chain lightning, and then he like clenches his fist to stop it, and then he looks back to you and lets you continue.
The way we see it, Tiamat threatens everything. Everything that we want. Relish. Desire. If we allow you to continue down this path, greater forces will destroy this world. You must see that. You must know that.
And he kind of clenches his fist, and he says, and he looks to you, and he says, Tiamat is an objective evil. Our enemy, that woman, her forces, they are a more abstract evil. They are an evil that people can mistake for good. She is more dangerous in that way than Tiamat is, than Tiamat will ever be. Tiamat is an issue that we can solve after. Lower the wall.
My lord, I simply can't do that. We need as many hands on this situation as possible, and allowing you to keep killing, well, especially killing those that Tiamat will have plenty of opportunity to kill.
You misremembered. Do you forget that you are my subordinate?
A good
place to give me orders.
A good leader should follow the advice of his lower members. For without them, you are nothing but a king of an empty throne, or of an empty kingdom.
I'm letting him cook.
Roll me a diplomacy.
Thank God I got plus 20 to that.
Oh hell yeah!
Let me will just a plus 20 do that for me, or should I still roll?
You roll that shit.
Hang on, look at the dice.
Plus 20 do that shit to me. Kind of fucking.
Take 20 on
fuck
it?
what I.
Yes, 37.
Woo!
So he looks at you. That like it looks like the way you said like made him angry, and then he kind of clenches his fist. And then he kind of looks down at the combat. And it's like to look down at the combat, he has to look through like the translucent surface of the disc that he's standing on, which means he has to kind of look at Calvira's comatose body. And he looks at her, and then he looks back to you, and then like kind of looks back to her, and looks back at the battle. And then after a moment, he just kind of like his clenched fist kind of just slacks a little bit, and then he just kind of says, "What am I doing?"
I look at him, and I look at Ronan. I go, I look at Ronan. I give him a nod, like, "You want to keep going? You want me to take over?"
By the way,
You were
Ronan,
doing-
you feel like you're cooking right now. You feel like you're really
Yeah.
with what you
That's
said.
what I'm saying. Like he's cooking, and Kent is like, "Well, I don't know."
That's a leader right there.
You're winning. You're clearly winning a war which for your people, and I understand. Probably more than you might know, as I too am fighting for my people, our people. Shit. Well, you've given me the chance to reclaim something that I have grown up being told over and over my whole life. You've given me this opportunity. You've given me this opportunity to try to find strength for sending my family through various timelines to get him away from the danger that lurks today. Without you, Lord, your power... No, that's not how I want to go with that. You've done more than you know to right the wrongs of your family, your brother. We were unfortunate to meet him, but we beat him. His current contents of soul, I don't know where. But there must be some sort of relief for you to know that Your brother cannot roam anymore. He cannot be handed off to the next person again. And Ronan just kind of like waits for his reaction.
He looks at you and he says, and he kind of like looks like, kind of like dejected, and like he's looking on like the carnage and the bloodshed down beneath him that is currently being waged, and he says, I want it to be different, you know. I wanted to do things differently. But I find myself in this place, on this day. And I'm doing much of the same of what he did. I have my dragons, and I have my subordinates. And I'm using them like the tools that they are. And he kind of like has his eyes kind of go dark as he says it. He says, I am just another ash reaver.
My lord, but you have
There's always
something
opportunity.
your brother doesn't. Oh no, hold on, wait. I'm gonna let the man who's cooking right now finish.
You don't have to be that legacy. You don't have to be remembered for that. You could be remembered as the king who heroically put away his quarrels with Vexaria, to end a greater threat. And then, who's to say you wouldn't end up winning that war against Vexaria, to reunite the kingdoms as you seek. But first, you need a world to rule, and you can't do that by giving Tiamat the world. Which, if this continues, and he points to down below to all the bodies and the bloodshed, there will be no army to fight Tiamat. Everyone will be dead. What then? Your legacy dies in a mound of ash. The ash that your not peasants. What's the word I'm looking for?
And I don't know what we're doing.
Subjects?
Subjects. Yes, that's it.
Okay, that's better. Go on.
You're greater than lying amongst the ashes of your subjects, but they are greater because they have you to save them.
And he kind of just clenches his fist and he says, I wish not to rule the ashes. And then he looks to you and he says, that woman is something different. She's not a beast of logic or reason. She's an animal, a devil, a demon. She needs to be destroyed, for she cannot be reasoned with.
That's why we brought Sig. And I wince when I say Sig.
I don't think he knows who Sig is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he does. He was
No.
there at my trial when Clovis and her lied about me.
No, yeah, he was there for that, but he doesn't know that you're like the threat level that you are.
Oh, true.
So you say that, and he's like, huh?
Oh, okay, well.
Wasn't he also
But,
there for the Annabelle meeting?
Yeah, he was.
So I think he knows me.
Yeah, okay, that's valid. So it'd take him a second, and then he'd understand it.
Well,
and then
instead of Sig, I'd probably say then.
I mean, no. Saying Sig is valid. Saying Sig is valid. I forgot about that part. He was there for the Annabelle meeting. So he would probably look across the way and divert his focus from the fucking carnage he's wreaking on the warfront, and see Annabelle, or my fault, Sig and who the fuck else is talking to Vex?
Inuyasha
Sig and Inuyasha and Enji. He'd see like the group of you just kind of talking to fuck, he won't say their own name. See you guys talking to Vex, and just kind of see that she's stopped, and that she's kind of watching him kill her men, and then kind of like just kind of after a moment, he stops, and then he sees that he stops, and she isn't doing anything, and kind of reason that she seems to be kind of, he doesn't want to contribute to what the fuck she's
seem like they convinced her yet?
It seems like that at the very least she's not throwing hands at the very moment. You don't know what or what not she's been convinced of.
I suggest that perhaps it's time to return to your men, to rally them and prepare for what's next. We can probably handle Vex. Though, need I remind you that once Tiamat is handled, we can see what to do about Vex.
He nods. He accepts that, and he will go down to, or rather, he'll say to you, get her to get her men to stand down.
I do whatever the salute or bow is that he accepts.
I don't know. There's an Ashterran one and there's a Legionnaire one. He'd accept both.
I'd probably do the Ashterran one.
All right, sweet. You do that. I hadn't thought of what that one is.
It's just the middle finger.
The Ashterran one is like the Sorvent Corps salute. But yeah. So you do whatever that is, and he accepts that. And then you go to. Did you guys go to kind of like mitigate that shit? Cannot be emphasized enough though. Oh, go on.
I was gonna say, I pull up behind Engie and whisper in her ear, "How we doing over here? We're good."
Yeah, so you guys just kind of watch, Vex is just kind of watching, like, Adam's spells just kind of destroy her people. And then she's just kind of, like, looking at it and just like, whoa, that's crazy. That's crazy that he can do that. And then she kind of just turns, once it stops, she kind of turns back to you, to the people who are talking to her, and she says, what's wrong? Why has the carnage stopped?
Because, as I said, we need to prep for the carnage that is to come. We'll be fighting. I can give you more of a rundown on information on Tiamat and her significance, but we can presume that her forces will be made up almost entirely of dragonkin. True dragons and beyond.
And she kind of looks at you and she goes, a lot of you managed to convince Pretty Boy to stop slaughtering my men.
Well, it was really him. He kind of killed it, not gonna lie.
I felt an immense aura happening while you were speaking.
You would not understand the Ashterran bonds, the Ashterran way.
You guys feel her, like, kind of cast other types out. And then suddenly she's got fucking, like, you blink and she's got Adam by the throat.
God damn it.
And she's looking at him and she says, oh, is it a truce then? For the time being. And she he's kind of just like in her fucking grasp, like, again, she's got him by the throat. He can't really cast, he can't speak. And, he's kind of just like choking in her grasp, and then, she says, you were an opponent that I much looked forward to fighting. Once the grand of it is done, we must settle this. Do you agree? And then he kind of just like nods. And then she kind of like takes her hand off his throat. And then you guys blink and she's kind of like right back in front of the people she was talking to. And then she looks back. And then she says, well, someone's going to have to convince the people on the ground to stop fighting. I, for one, am not going to bother.
You are their leader. You should.
The petty men I can rally up fine. They all know me. But Koshe, my lady is dealing with. And as for your two goons, you can't just tell them to fuck off?
So I get the idea that she doesn't seem to give a shit.
I look at her and this is my last ditch effort of like Sig thinks, all right, this might be something she cares about. I look and I say, you know that the Ashterrans have Annabelle.
She raises an eyebrow. She goes, what?
She's been bound. I only found this out recently. She's been bound to them for weeks, months, maybe. Under our noses the whole time.
She puts a hand to her chin and she goes, I beat her in a game of chess just a few days ago. Did she
I
lose that
told-
on purpose at your command?
Is she saying that? Who is she saying that to?
She's saying that to just all of you, I guess. Fucking,
All of the Ashterrans.
yeah. Fuck it. It seems like something that should be funny, but she seems to be taking it very seriously. Like, she very evidently got her first game of chess on Annabelle of all time, and she's like, what the fuck, was that shit fiction?
I say I don't believe they had any specific orders in that regard, but any odd behavior you may have noticed from her may be due to that. So, in our dealings in this truce, if we play perhaps a little bit more diplomatically, might be able to get more spoils back at the end of this.
Roll me diplomacy.
All right, this one. That one.
Oh.
So, you get her to, like, kind of chill a little bit, but she's really mad about the chess game. You get the idea, like, she's very kind of, like, pissed off at Annabelle at this point. Like, she's like, the Annabelle's betrayal is making her really mad.
For sure.
And she kind of, like, crosses her arms, and she just kind of goes, she just kind of, like, screams down, and her scream seems to, like, kind of echo, like, as though amplified through some sort of, like, magical means. She screams down for her people to cease combat, and they do so. And there's a decent amount of time, like probably like 10 or 12 seconds, where Adam's people are still fighting, and her people notably are so loyal that they're like literally being struck down. But since their command was to stop fighting, they stop and they just allow it. And after like a few moments of that, Adam calls his soldiers to rest as well. Koshe though, his ass is just fucking going ballistic.
What's his problem?
And Annabelle kind of looks at you, and then she goes she just kind of flippantly waves a hand and says, like, while like she's kind of has a hand to her chin, she seems to be really pondering the logistics of this chess game that she won, and she says, deal with the beast. He cannot be reasoned with.
Sure. I think Sig after that just turns away, and whoever bothers to make eye contact with him, I think sees the reason why he's so evil when he's by himself. You see what he has to work under for months on end.
Alright, sweet. So you guys gotta beat Koshe up. He's like kind of the last person who's like obviously just getting a force of people to stop fighting each other takes some effort, and they're doing that. But Koshe is the main person who, you get the idea, he's not gonna stop until everybody's dead. So you guys are gonna beat him up. Everyone get acclimated with how your characters work. We're about to be in some combat. And then before the combat starts though, I'm gonna ask Raph for some attack rolls and like the logistics of how you fight him. But yeah, I'll be right back in like 1 minute.
I'm gonna go take a
Damn,
piss.
I got 14 minutes to fucking beat someone's ass.
Yes, you do.
Damn, alright.
See what fucking spells Sig even has prepped. I don't know if I re-prepped any spells after I got my ass beat by Occam. Bro, if we had tried to run a fade with him back in the day, we were getting wiped.
I'm just imagining the Iron Golem right now.
Yeah, literally. Like fighting him is when you punch an Iron Golem. Boom! It's getting launched up in the fucking air.
The funniest part is we're just now meeting this dude.
Wait, so what is this guy?
He's like a sort of like a cyborg. We met him during the Foulland stuff when Inuyasha and Ronan were investigating the androids. He's a fucking lunatic. He's truly just a mad berserker.
But he's just an android.
I don't know if he's fully android. I think he might be part bios. I think he might be like a cyborg, but
What's that one
I don't know.
character
He seemed different from the other androids.
What's that one character from Cyberpunk?
Adam Smasher.
Yeah.
That's exactly who I was using for the Soken.
Adam Smasher.
Yes. Orlando came up with this character, by the way, when I was at his house in like 2021. fucking.
You look like a fuckable piece of meat.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But he hasn't or he gave me kind of like the build and the idea, and like the stat block, but he didn't give me anything else. And then we stopped talking for a while when I started like actually working this character in the game. So, yeah. This character only exists and is even here because Orlando kind of bothered to workshop this. It was like literally his original idea that he kind of forced into my game. Fucking.
His
I
party,
decided to
his
keep it
parting
because I thought it was
gift.
cool. Yeah.
Going up against Jack 7.
Yeah, literally. Bug. All right, hold on.
He's gonna land a hit and go, "Booyah, baby!"
All right, cool. So because fighting him all at once is probably pretty fucking dope. Anyone who has more than one character, pick which fucking one you're using. But then anyone else, we're just gonna we're gonna go to the road. Actually,
I'm gonna use Kenzin because I like the character sheet better.
Yeah, I'm gonna use Inuyasha, so I don't have to keep looking at all these spells.
Valid. All right, cool.
And I'll just say that Sig is going and rallying the rest of the troops.
And
that shit.
and Raph, you said you have what, like 10 minutes?
Yeah, basically.
All right, sweet. Then we'll just have you go first. Fucking
Road. Where's Kenzin?
Why the fuck are
one second.
Who's that dashing young lad?
Kenzin Rockwell. Huh?
Alex.
I scrolled down and I saw that Rekka and Apple were still on this map from a different game.
Want to be Wreck or Apple? Go for it. But
No, I do not want to be
Yeah?
Rekka in this fight. Bro's level 8.
you gotta pick whoever the fuck you gonna be. All right, let me.
No, I picked Inuyasha, bro. I'm not complaining. I just deleted my old
Excellent.
tokens off the page.
Ben.
I was just laughing at the fact you had to go to fucking retired to get Inuyasha.
I know.
All right. So you guys can be
Down there with Erasmus.
Andre, bro. Oh my god. Erasmus, Jesus Christ. This motherfucker's
guys
still
can
out there
be-
too.
this square that I just materialized is your kind of spawn area.
I'm still flying, so.
That's fine.
I'm also still flying.
That's perfectly okay with
Why
me.
do I have 229 health? What the fuck?
That doesn't make any sense.
Are you giant?
It was a boss battle.
No, fucking White Claw has 229 health for some reason.
I can see
Yeah, I
it
don't
over
know
here.
why that
He made me huge.
I make you huge, yes.
No, he's
I'm a snake.
There you go.
Damn, he's so big. Pause.
Yeah, I'm a huge snack that's flying.
Hey, yo.
Hey,
What do you mean by that?
What do you want it to mean?
Oh my god, you're fucking big.
Pause.
Yeah. Whoever wants to get on my back, I'm a flying snake. I'm like Shenron.
Are you gonna get
God
close?
damn!
Yeah, bro. I'm
Holy shit.
No, I'm talking about him.
Photo sound.
Round
Oh,
one.
okay.
He's a really big dude. So he's gonna be like here. And
Alright.
again, like this is a battlefield. Like he's literally just finished killing like 40. Like fucking
Scion.
15 of which are probably on his side. Exact.
Oh my god, the fucking League trailer. The League cinematic.
Yeah.
So everybody.
Okay.
Why do you have
Where he
zero
fucks up
health?
Irelia.
Yeah.
Whatever. All right. So before I put the turn order up.
Wait, where's the chick at?
Oh yeah. Let me get her
Fucking make him do a 1v1 again? Bro, I can only do so many of these.
Not that one.
Did I ever have?
There it is. That's the one.
Alright, Mike, give me some fucking,
This is what we're fighting against right now, by the way. Hold on. This motherfucker.
You're right.
Holy shit.
Well, I thought this fight was just me and the chick against this dude, right?
So
That's
you
old
guys got like a hit in or like some combat in before like it went to like they showed up.
Oh,
So
they
I
resisted
was gonna
cinematic.
ask if you can give me an attack. Oh yeah, and by the way, yeah, you guys are like gonna be up against them. You guys are like in active combat with them already. Before they show up.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to say,
Gotta watch that later. Now they released new cinematic.
I know what to do this month.
Alright, we got some. We got. Oh wait, I know what combat music we're using. We're using the goddamn Marvel Rivals joint. John.
Yeah.
All right, I got 7 minutes, so
Fire.
let me kick his ass.
Kick his
So
ass,
out of it,
Seabass.
So I want you to give me a while I make this token for her. I want you to. I listened to this, by the way, the past 2 days at work. I listened to this the entire day.
God, so heat.
The song is fire. So I want you to, Raph, by the way, give me a single attack.
A single attack?
That give me a full round.
Right. Huh?
So give me a single attack.
Okay,
Attack 2 times, essentially. Attack 2 times. You got 2 attacks in before the homie showed up.
Did that work, or is that what you wanted? Or do you want like an actual like
I'm not.
one of
I'm
my
not tapped
actual attacks?
I'm not tapped in. So. Let me save this real quick. 1 second. Alright, so. I'm gonna go to the chat. What the fuck? Bro, give me your goddamn actual attack with the damage in the hands and shit.
Okay.
Dragon style and everything.
Okay.
You would have killed like probably 14 people before you even got to him.
Bro, you're like the student worker I told to go count the APs in the basement. The motherfucker sent me a video.
Nice.
What?
Fucking dumbass.
Fuck, I think this is my dragon style fucking.
Alright, it's pretty fine. So. Okay.
Cause I want to hit the motherfucker with a knockout. Like, end this shit right now.
Okay, roll me your knockout or whatever.
So
To see
what would
if we
I
want to make it.
do
How
for knockout?
anticlimactic we want to make this. So I mean, both attacks hit him. His AC isn't high, so you actually hit him on a 2, which is very funny. So you can his what was your knockout DC is the question. Hold on, let me look at Brawler real quick. If knockout is a thing on your sheet, you can probably click it, but maybe not.
I don't think it is.
Knockout. Okay, let me see. Knockout DC is 10 plus half brawler level plus higher of your strength or dex. So what's your strength modifier?
Strength modifier is 8.
So 10
Dex
plus
is
6 plus 8. Okay.
Pretty good.
Alright, so that's 10 plus 6 plus 8 is 24. Let me peep what his fucking fortitude save is. Okay. His fortitude save is a plus 12. Realistically, realistically, this is failable.
Very failable.
Alright, made it. So you don't get the knockout. So I mean,
We can do it twice a day, baby.
Alright, you can do it. You can do it on the next round. He's gonna take the damage that you did,
Real quick though, if I have to
and I want you to roll me one more attack.
because at some point I'm just gonna have to go full mute because it's like it's a Teams call.
No, that's fine. That's why I'm asking you right now.
Yeah.
So those 2 attacks were like essentially, and I'm gonna give the dragon an attack to you. But those attacks were like what you guys did, essentially before the before everyone else showed up. So I'm also gonna let you go at the top of the initiative when everyone else does show up, and I'm gonna give me one more set of attacks.
One more set of attacks.
Yeah. So if you have the full round attacks thing, you can do that. If you want to go for a knockout as part of that, you can as well.
So yeah, everything plus a knockout.
Okay, sweet. So let me look at your sheet real quick. I believe
Wait,
there was.
would I have a better chance of doing knockout if he's like surrounded or some shit or no?
No, not really. His AC is really low.
Okay.
So you're pretty much gonna hit him whenever you try to. His AC isn't high at all. He just has a lot of health. So we can do.
In that case, I do a full round, I guess, or do more.
You could do your dragon, because you're doing your dragon ferocity thing, right? I think it was.
Dragon styles.
Wait, no, that wasn't it. Oh wait, it checked off in there. Hold up. second one there, ignore the first one, and then these ones. Okay. So all these hit. We can say you do the knockout on the first one. So I'll have him roll a port save again, and then we can go on to the what the fuck is that?
What the fuck is
Go
that?
on to the actual. I accidentally pasted an entire fucking macro into the text chat. There we go. Alright, and then I'll roll a... Alright, so he rolls bad on that one. So what is the fucking... What does knockout even do again?
Knocks him out.
Let me see.
I'm gonna knock you.
Is this about a phase 2 this motherfucker automatically? Okay, I mean, sure. Oh, wow, okay. Wait a minute. How long does it last? Okay, so, D6. Oh my god. Okay, so he's unconscious for 5 rounds. He's unconscious for 5 rounds. You guys can do whatever the fuck you want. We're probably skipping the phase 2. So he's knocked. Yeah, sure. He's knocked out. We can roll actual initiative now. Fucking Brutus. When you guys pull up, you see Brutus fucking like punch this dude in the stomach and fucking hit him with a reverse roundhouse kick. Fucking heel to jaw, and he just kind of like falls to a knee for a bit. Fucking and then that's the situation you get to interact with.
Took you long enough.
Where? Where's the turn
Alright,
order?
now
There
I have
you
to
go.
go.
Okay.
So fuck it.
Yeah, you got it. You skipped phase 1 of this fight essentially if someone walks up and coup de grace him.
Every scene with Brutus is literally that meme of like the worst guy you know just said something.
Yeah, the worst guy you know makes a great point. That's really so these people will be at the front of the fight because they were already in it. So I'm just gonna give them fucking... We're gonna give them fucking really high initiative.
99.
Sweet. They were already in the fight. What's your total roll, Inuyasha?
11. I don't have any bonus.
You're gonna have to add me to turn order, but Kenzen rolled a 9.
Total?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Roll
Wait,
the 3.
Winnow?
Roll the 3 on the dice.
Alright. Ronan, what'd you roll?
I rolled a 11 plus 13, 24.
Sweet. 24. Let me roll for Layla, and then let me drag out the doctor.
Oh, I'm not out there.
You were not. No, if you want to drag your character out, you can.
Alright.
The AI generated Jake Paul knocking out Mike Tyson. No, that's not Mike Tyson.
That
Who the
sounds
fuck
like
is that?
literally the worst thing ever. 17 point. Okay, sweet. Is Inuyasha on there? He isn't. Oh yeah, he is. Ronan is on there. Yes. NG is on there. They're on there. Okay, sweet. Cool. So they're doing their little thing. Koshe gets a fucking good slash into Deidre. And we'll start with at the top of the order, assuming that Brutus had acted already. We'll start with Ronan.
Okay.
And but he's unconscious for 5 rounds right now. I don't know if somebody wants to. Oh, coup de
If
grace.
someone hits him, does that wake him up?
You don't really know. From the GM to you, yes. So coup de grace if you hit him, don't just hit him randomly.
Why don't we all do a combined coup de grace?
Are we trying to just straight murder this guy?
Might
Yeah.
matter.
Okay.
Hey, listen, she didn't care all of her men died. I'm sure
He's
she
knocked
doesn't care
out.
about
I
him.
didn't know if we were just gonna tie him up or
Nah.
he was still kind of a loose end. With
I
a
feel like
joint
he's just gonna
tie
be
up.
like if
Hey,
you
I don't know,
if you wake him up, he's just gonna be mad anyway. So
Yeah, but you just tie him up.
nah.
Fair enough.
Hey Ronan, what are you doing?
I guess that really depends. Were we shooting to kill him, or was there any communication
I'm a giant
beforehand?
snake. I got no voice in the
Yes.
matter. So if we're gonna murder this guy, let's murder him.
Sawtail's
I
in
think
the background, like, yo, he's an android. Kill that motherfucker.
Yeah.
I am gonna cast. Let me just refresh myself what
my teammates?
gigantic. Yes, it's a giant AOE, and the tentacles grab everybody.
Good to know.
Probably not a good spell for here.
I will
great, though.
cast. Could I cast permanency and make him knocked out forever?
No.
Sounds a lot like death.
Makes sense to me.
It's notable, by the way, he's knocked out, but you kind of see like his fucking skin like kind of undulating and fucking twisting and shit as the fucking like nanobots kind of like move to repair him.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take my action turn, and I'm prepping in case this dude does get up. Can I cast Hold Person when he's unconscious?
Technically.
Wouldn't that be an auto fail too?
Still negates, so.
So funny thing is that wait, let me check this.
If he has some sort of resistance, do not tell me.
Oh, I won't.
Okay, so.
I just gotta check. Are fucking androids like human or humanoid something? Or are they like
Humanoid.
are they like tieflings where they're like outsiders or something else?
No, I think they're humanoids.
Yeah, they're humanoids.
They count as constructs for like certain things, but I think otherwise they're humanoids. Android, 16 RT races.
Alright, as far as I'm aware, they're as far as I'm aware, they can be affected by a whole person. So
Yeah, it says they count as both humanoids and constructs
okay,
for the effects of targeting creatures by type.
Sweet. Alright, so what's funny though is that as per the rules of the game, there actually isn't like he doesn't just autofill because he's unconscious. He actually still gets his full will save.
Okay.
So.
What does he autofill?
Oh yeah,
when
what,
he's unconscious?
Do we wanna?
If
we're gonna.
DC, that's a 23. I don't know where your DC is.
Mine's sheet says 19, but help me calculate it just to make sure. It's 10 plus
10 plus spell level plus your charisma. Plus, like if you have spell focus or anything, and that adds to it too.
It definitely is 19. Then yeah.
If we're gonna use,
He's in the whole person, but he is unconscious, which is effectively being held anyway.
So wait. So we got him on the whole person?
No, the whole person fails, but she's unconscious.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay. And then smart. I'll probably is time flicker an immediate action? Oh, it's a standard action. Fuck. Time hop is move action. So
keep in mind he's gonna be unconscious for 5 rounds. If you want to just group around him, you can. If that's what you want to do. Who knows what phase 2 is though? Who knows?
I definitely am gonna use my move action to walk. Can I move further with time hop? I think so. 10 feet per oracle level I possess. So that's 130 feet. So yeah, I will. 5, 15. 9 times 5 is 45 plus 15. Okay, got it. And that's my turn.
Oh, you move over there. Okay, cool.
Yep.
NG.
Hit him with the coup de grace.
A little further.
Oh wait.
Just so
What size is the trike? Is it large?
Yeah, it's large.
Okay, there you go.
Hit him with the coup de grace.
Yeah, I'm a flapping cootie.
Oh, so coup de grace is a full round, so you need to get up to him first. So where do you want to position yourself? You can move yourself wherever. Again, he's unconscious for 5 rounds, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Just position yourself wherever you want.
Then I'm gonna fly up here, and
Yeah, don't overcomplicate it.
I'm gonna transform White Claw into a gorilla.
Oh.
Fire.
Monkey. Harambe?
It's the law.
It's the law.
No, you're up.
I mean, he's knocked out, right?
Oh, wait,
Still
can't
trying
you
to kill
just
him?
separate this man's
Knocked out.
soul
You're
from
trying
him?
to kill him, and you're 40 feet away.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're getting
is
into
that enough for me to
positions
move
that
and
we
go
can
kill
all
him?
just kind of dunk them.
I believe your movement is 30 feet, so I don't know if you can go the whole way.
Okay, I can
No,
go.
but
Basically,
literally,
we
Nanu
move enough
literally
this
has the
turn,
ability
and
to
then somebody's
just.
gonna coup de grace next turn.
Nanu literally has the ability to just snip his life away from him.
Yeah,
Yeah, but Adam
but
can't hit him. I can get up to
make
here
a
this
touch
turn.
attack. He has to land a touch attack, and the enemy has to fail for it to save.
Mm,
That's all I'm doing. I'm just moving up.
Okay, cool. Layla is going to do her fucking. She's gonna scream out "Helter Skelter" and fucking hit a fucking nasty riff on her fucking battle axe, and she's gonna
Fucking sick.
Metal.
inspire everybody. Um, for the sake of it, for the sake of not overcomplicating things, she's just gonna give you basic inspire courage. Even though Scald doesn't normally get that, she's gonna give you basic inspire courage at a +2. So you have +2 to your attack and damage rolls, because that's very easy to track. Normally, what she does is gives you like a strength bonus and a dex penalty, and she gives you rage. I'm not doing all that right now.
Bro,
yeah,
she's
so
running the hunting horn.
she just screams "Helter Skelter," and then she fucking slams the fucking axe in the ground and hits a nasty riff, and then moves forward a little bit. Inuyasha.
It's my move action.
Oh,
accurate stance.
and you guys, anyone who's affected by her inspire, you have these little ghosts floating around you that seem a little spooky, but they seem like they're on your side.
Sweet. Those spooky things on my side.
This doesn't interact weirdly with my rage superstitious thing, right? I don't have to make a save against this.
No, it's not. It's
inspiration.
not like a spell effect or anything against you or anything like that.
I use my move action to accurate stance. I'll use my standard action to move.
Jamal, why can I
Alright.
move Raph and Nanu?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. All right, Kenton, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna fly up over here, and I'm gonna delay my spell until somebody coup de grace him, and my spell I'm going to delay is Disintegrate.
You're gonna delay disintegrate. What's your condition?
What's my condition? When
Yeah,
somebody
like
coup
when
de
you're
grace,
delaying disintegrate.
somebody uses
Oh,
coup de
after
grace.
somebody does it, if he gets back up, you're gonna do disintegrate.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Sure. The dragon is gonna go. And I guess I mean she just coup de grace. So she kind of fucking. He's kind of just like unconscious, and she takes her fucking whips her katana around and stabs him in the chest. Let me roll damage.
I thought it was max damage.
Oh, no, it's an auto hit and an auto crit,
Ah.
and then he has to make a save against the damage. Auto hit is auto crit is double damage. So that is that much.
Yep.
Save fortitude. This is impossible unless you roll a 20. He did not.
DC
Alright, so he
62,
dies.
fortitude save.
He dies. The nanobots kick in,
Oh.
and he fucking gets back up like the me boxer.
Oh no, it's Matt.
And she does that. So your ready to action happens now.
Disintegrate. He has to make a. Is it a fortitude or a reflex? Let me just check.
Disintegrate is a fortitude, I believe, and then you have to make an attack roll.
Creature object makes a successful fortitude. Yep, it's fortitude. Where's my save? Where am I?
It's just whatever your save is, like for your spell level, so 10 plus spell level plus your
19.
intelligence. Or your charisma. DC 19?
Yeah, so it's you said spell.
This is not a 6th level spell. Do you have fucking +3 charisma?
I do.
Oh shit! All right, I don't know. I figured it would be higher than that. All right, all right, cool. So what happens notably though is that you have to make a spell resistance check.
Why is my cause tieflings have -2 to charisma.
All of them, but I guess yours does. So roll me a constant. My default. No, yeah, I think it is a spell. Is it a constant? Oh, cast level check. Cast level check.
Cast level check.
Yeah. So
spell resistance. It's just D20 plus your level, so D20 plus 13.
Okay.
And you have to beat his number, or else the spell doesn't work.
Slash roll D20 plus 13.
His spell resistance is 21. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh,
Alright, so
fucking
the spell
six.
doesn't work. Spell doesn't work. She coup de grace him. Seems like it kills him. He gets back up. He does a fucking like. As he gets up, he does like this big AOE sweep with the concrete, and that is an AOE attack that is gonna have a reflex save associated with it. That reflex save. Oh, you guys can roll it, but it is a DC 21 reflex save.
Sure glad I'm flying.
Sorry, who's doing that?
Koshe, the guy you're fighting. That's the total damage. If you make the save, you take half. Anyone, by my fault, my bad. Anyone, by the way, who is adjacent to him. So like Kenzen doesn't have to do it. Ronan doesn't have to do it. Neither does the doctor. It's like anyone who's like actually like right next to him. So just let me roll for Deidre. Oh, whoops! I rolled a D2 minus. Okay, so Deidre makes it. She has evasion, so she takes none of the damage. Inuyasha takes. Inuyasha fails, so you take the full 67, but you're raging, so cool. Angie. What the fuck is this random little horse?
Yes,
Is that just you tracking the HP of White Claw? Alright,
no, that
cool.
technically the little horse is me, and the big thing is White Claw right now.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, whatever.
So top right hand corner.
Both of you guys take 67 damage unless you make a DC 21 reflex save, and then you take half of it.
Okay.
Half of that would be 33.
Let me roll this. Reflex?
Yes.
Is that under defenses?
Yes.
Okay, I failed the fuck out of it.
Alright, sweet. So you take 7 damage. For what it's worth, the damage is bludgeoning.
Okay. Okay, we both take it, right?
Alright, yeah. So you both take 67 damage. Yeah. Alright, I believe that's the 3 of you. So did you guys take that damage?
Yeah.
Alright, so sweet. So Brutus is going to do his little thingy thing. He is going to do his dragon ferocity bullshit. This one. Then this one. Where is... Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. So Broski takes a bunch of damage. He's still up. Ronan, you're up.
I am probably. Let's see. That's it. Yeah, I'm honestly just gonna cast Time Flicker on myself, which just gives me concealment as a standard action for 1 minute per oracle level. And then I'm not gonna get close to him. I also don't think I have an immediate action I can do. I don't want to erase him from time. Do you guys think I might need to, or no?
I mean, if you erase him from time, he's just not there. And honestly,
Yeah.
you get the idea that if you erase him from time, he's probably just gonna heal a bunch. So it's probably not a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just doing that. I'm turning on time flicker, and then I'm gonna just. I'll move 15 feet that way.
Do you have any
Next
buff
person.
spells or anything you want to cast on your homies?
I use my standard action to do time
Understood.
flicker.
NG. This dude's AC is 25.
Well, we'll see. I'm gonna start with White Claw. Just gonna slam him twice.
Okay. Remember, you have a +2 to hit and a +2 to damage from Inspire Courage. We'll add that retroactively if necessary.
Okay.
Alright.
Critical.
Roll me another attack roll at a +2. Alright. So White Claw gets a critical hit. Fucking oozed or whatever.
I think it's just like so 16.
Alright, you take 16 damage.
I realized after I turned him into a gorilla that gorilla sucked dick. Like he would be doing more damage as a horse. I'm pretty sure.
Alright.
And then
Doctor, you're up.
24.
Oh wait, never mind, my fault. This
my
is
brother in
this is
Christ.
still the mount. You haven't even attacked yet.
My
My
brother
fault,
in
my
Christ.
fault, my fault, my fault, my fault, my fault. I jumped the gun. I jumped the gun. I jumped the gun.
26 to hit.
26 hits, yeah.
Oh wait. I didn't add the +2 to the
Was that-
crit.
Was that? Oh, okay,
It's
so
two
it's
slams.
20.
Two slams.
20 then.
Yeah.
So he takes an additional
Is
4
that
damage.
is that after the double?
Yeah.
Okay. So 20 damage, and then for the second slam, he's gonna do 9 damage.
11.
Oh, what?
Oh, sorry. Yes, 11.
Sweet. Horse is beating ass, and you haven't even attacked it.
And then I'm going to power around his ass real good. Let's
Do
spank
the
him.
thing, kid. Critical threat, critical confirm, hit, miss. So that's 15, 30. 30 plus 18 is 48, plus 2 plus 6 from the Inspire is 44. So it takes 44 damage.
Go.
Am I wrong? No, wait. 30? Wait, no, I'm tripping. That's like 64, right?
Yeah, and then
40 plus an additional 6 is 54, yeah. 54.
54, and then he needs to roll a fortitude save. So it's 10 plus my basic attack bonus because I have stagger and critical, which I assume would be more than 17.
Yeah.
My basic attack bonus. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, your base attack bonus is 30.
Okay, so then he's going to be staggered for 1d4 plus 1 rounds.
That's sick as hell.
4 plus
So,
he's staggered for what?
3 rounds. 3 rounds.
Fuck him up! Fuck him up!
Staggered for 3 rounds? What do you mean? That ends.
No.
What the fuck? That's fucked up.
That
Okay,
is
whatever.
So good.
That's demented. I don't even think the amount of health he has left is gonna matter. That's crazy. Okay, so that's crazy. Okay. Nana, you're up.
Fuck him up, Kenneth. Fuck him up.
He's
Damn, so
staggered, which means he can staggered means he can only take a movement action or a standard action each turn. He can't do a full round.
okay. Doctor's gonna move up to him and yeah, try to cut his soul.
All right,
If
you
he
can
can see
make
it.
your.
Can he see it?
Gotta lose it
Yeah, you can
all.
see it. You can make your touch attack.
All right, it's a melee attack, right?
Yep. 13. This matters. Let me check what his touch AC is. His base is a regular AC is 25.
Plus 2.
Oh wait, plus 2. No.
15?
Okay. I have to check.
Fitty.
Okay, yeah, 15 meets his touch AC.
Oh shit.
So, what would I think I sent it to you in that big blurb, but what is the DC someone has to make to resist this fucking soul pluck attack?
Oof.
It's in the thing. I don't remember what it is.
Yeah. Where am I looking for
Oh,
that?
let me check my notes. I think I made it. Let me see what this. Oh wait, let me check my notes. I don't fucking remember what the fuck I decided that DC was. The doctor.
There we go. Sight, light, essence.
It's DC 15 plus half your level plus your intelligence modifier. So 15 plus 4 plus what's your int?
Where's that in skills?
It's in your attributes. It should be intelligence or int, whatever your total int is. Affects that modifier. Let me check.
Yeah, I don't know where my attributes are.
That's okay. It should be under core though.
Oh,
by the
there
way.
it is. 18.
Your 18. It tells you 18, so 4. So it's
Yeah.
let me scroll back down. Fuck, I
DC
forgot what I said. Did I say 15 or 10? I said 15, right? So 15 plus 4 plus 4. Okay, yeah.
23.
Yes, 23. All right, cool. All right, makes that. So you try to pluck his soul and he resists it.
You resist it?
Yes, he does. He rolled a 28.
All right. How much movement do I have left, or am I out? Because I.
Once you move, your move is done. You can't like move it.
Okay, yeah. I'm stuck. Can I deploy my shield in front of me as a bonus
Sure.
action, or is that my regular action?
No, yeah, that's fine. I'll let you have done that as part of it. That's okay.
All right, cool.
All right, cool. So, Layla's gonna go. Fucking. I think she has like a. Doesn't even fucking. All her spells are like. Whatever. All right, whatever. She's gonna walk up. She's gonna use her fucking long arm. She has extendo reach right now, and for this moment, and then she's gonna attack. She's technically. Wait, no, I'm having her move here. There you go. She's technically flanking. She gets her one sneak attack dice. D20.
Does she have a level in Rogue?
No, she's a vivisectionist alchemist. She has a one level in that.
Oh.
And
the
vivisectionist
hell?
alchemist gets sneak attack and mutagen.
That's crazy.
that was the level she got when she went under the doctor's wing.
What a fucking lunatic.
Alright, so it's plus. Alright, she hits. 14 on the damage. She does some damage. So when she hits him, notably, Koshi's entire body like glows red, and he seems like he's moving like he's moving faster, but he's like really bleeding. Inuyasha, go.
Okay. Does it seem like he's raging when Barbarian does
Yeah, that when Layla hit him, yeah, now it does.
I see. Do I know if that would affect my ability to intimidate him in any way?
You think so? Yeah, it would affect it.
Okay, so I won't even. Well, actually, I mean, it's part of my move action. I guess there's no reason not to try.
Unless you're gonna full round, then it would.
Well, I mean, I
but
only
if
get one
you're gonna
attack anyway because I'm an animal.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, so you may as well.
So
if
there's
you're
literally no
if it's
reason
free.
not to. Yeah, I'll use my move action to intimidate and
dice plus wisdom.
43.
43 is higher than 10 plus hit die plus his wisdom modifier every day of the week.
Hell yeah.
Unfortunately, though, he's immune to fear.
Yeah, I figured. So I just look really fucking scary at him. I'm a giant snake. I'm gonna power attack bite him.
Roger that.
D20 plus. My rolls are bad, but
Yeesh.
my numbers are good.
Well, you hit him.
I still hit him. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'll hit him and I'll do that damage, but then I also get to make a free grab attack.
So what's your damage?
Yeah. Let's check what the. And then that's plus power attack. Power attack. Since I have plus 13 to my BAB, my power attack right now should be a plus 8, right?
So it's default. Oh wait, do you have that
Default
thing
plus-
with Yeah, so default because you're using a two-handed. Wait, no, you're fucking.
Well, just like imagine
no.
without the two-hander and
Yeah.
all that stuff. Just
No,
like
wait.
at
I
base.
think it counts as per a two-hander because you're using a primary natural weapon by itself.
Right. So it would technically
so
be a 12.
So default is -1 plus 3, and then it goes up -1 but plus an additional 3 per 4 BAB you have. So you have 12 BAB, so it's -4 to hit total, and then minus
I thought it was plus 2.
it's plus 1.5 times what it is normally. So -4 plus 8, so it's plus 12. It's plus 12.
Okay. All right. So then the base damage is 2d6 plus 30. Wow, 1 and a 4. 35. And then I
Fine.
roll for my combat maneuver.
Yep.
And
You guys are
that
the same
gets,
size, so there's no penalty there.
yeah. So that gets affected by my power attack, but also by my bonuses from the rage and from inspired courage.
And from Inspire Courage, yeah. Anything that adds to your attack roll adds to this.
So actually, I'm still messing with a +1 to this. So I'm a net positive. Does that grapple him?
31 does not hit a C.
Not hit a CMB. Okay. That is fine. So that's my turn.
Ken's in Rockwell.
Oh, we gonna disintegrate his ass again, or we gonna try?
All right, sweet. Do you have precise shot?
Precise-
Out of curiosity.
Do I have precise shot?
Yeah, because disintegrate is a range attack, which if you're attacking in a melee is at a -4 unless you have precise shot.
But I'm flying.
Curious. No, yeah, it doesn't matter. Just if someone is in melee combat, all range attack rolls against them take a -4.
Oh, do I have precise
I'm just
shot?
curious if you have.
Precise shot, precise. Probably not.
I doubt it, but yeah,
no.
you can go ahead and do that. I won't even care.
I mean,
I'll count it,
I'll
but
just
it's
fucking zip. Then I'll touch him.
Oh, you're gonna touch him?
I mean, yeah, if it makes me not have to do all that other bullshit.
No, yeah, disintegrate is a range attack regardless. There's nothing you can do to stop that. If you go closer to him, you're just gonna get hit for it. So you
Yeah,
can't do
in
it.
that case.
Like I said, I'm not gonna make you deal with the fucking precise shot thing on the ray. That shit is whack. So I'll let it go. But it's just really
Thanks.
funny that the system works like that.
All right, well, let's see if I beat his spell resistance this time.
Yeah.
D20 plus 13. All right, cool. Beat his spell
Alright, you
resistance
got it.
this time.
Yep.
So disintegrate. So
Now
he
you
needs to
have
make a
the attack
DC
roll
19.
versus you have to make the attack roll now versus his touch AC at 15.
Oh. Wait, isn't it a ray attack? So it doesn't have to make an attack roll?
No, rays specifically do have to make attack rolls, and they hit touch.
What's my plus to this then?
Your dex plus your base attack bonus.
Base attack bonus. Okay. Let me just roll it here.
And you're looking to hit a 15.
Slash roll d20 plus base attack bonus, which is 6. Cause
And then plus your dexterity.
Oh, we made it anyway. We're good.
Okay, sweet, you got it. All right, sweet. So you hit him. Now he has to make the port.
For DC 19.
He almost got disintegrated. Holy shit.
I mean, he still takes damage.
Yeah, he takes like the 5d6.
5d6, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Slash roll 5d6.
he almost got disintegrated. That's
Slash.
really funny. 16. All right, so he takes 16 fire damage.
All right, cool.
All right, the dragon's gonna go. She's gonna hit him 2 times. Bop, bop. I'm not. Oh wait, let me roll her actually her d20s in case she rolls a nat 20 or a nat 1. Okay, she's fine. Oh my god. Okay, wait. The second one's a crit. Maybe. Okay, it is. All right. I hadn't thought about that. Fuck. She rolled a fucking. She rolled a fucking 30. She rolled a fucking 30 on the second attack, so that's 60 damage. First. Oh my gosh. Okay. So he does 91 damage. He takes a lot of damage after DR. He's gonna go. And he kind of like looks at all of you. And he does this like big kind of like AoE swipe with his saber. So he's gonna do an attack roll that is gonna be toward everyone. So it's not a reflex save, but it's just an attack roll that's toward everybody. It's probably gonna hit because the fucking lights. Okay, wait a minute. Actually, so it's a 22 to touch. That's pretty high for touch.
Yeah.
Because the lightsaber goes through your armor.
Yeah, for sure.
Is this dude actually using a lightsaber?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Alright, so he does. Oh, wait, I forgot that his power attack. Plus additional.
You didn't state beforehand that he was doing a power
Oh,
attack.
shut the fuck up, bro. What's 20 plus 8, bro? Somebody roll that for me.
Roll that. 36.
Hey, roll it.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, that's sweet. 36.
Bro just typed it into the chat. What the fuck?
Alright, so, he hits all of you for 36 damage, right? And then he's gonna kind of let out a shriek, and then kind of like kind of clutch his hand together, and then all of you can make me a reflex save.
Even the people who are flying?
I'm so bad at reflex saves
Yes,
on this
literally
game.
everybody on
Wait,
the map
this,
can make me.
this
Oh, I see that
motherfucker
red.
is
Ooh.
staggered.
Yes, he is staggered.
This seems like some shenanigans.
I got a.
In phase 2, he has 2 standards.
21.
I call
Fuck you.
shenanigans.
2 standards. This sounds a whole lot like a full action.
Does this count as a spell or spell-like ability?
Hey, his full round would have been way worse. And the reflex save thing, yes.
Okay, so actually, that's a 17.
Yeah, okay.
I'm sure it doesn't matter, but
Wait, does that
But
does that
DC
include
for
the
this
plus
is
2
Well, plus 2.
from the Scald
Wait,
or whatever?
does meat beat?
Inspire?
So plus 2 doesn't add to your reflex saves.
Oh, well, I got a
That's what you're
21,
attacking.
so.
Okay, a 21 makes. White Claw looks like makes it as well. NG does. Okay, cool. So, you guys feel like a kind of like pull of force, and anyone who failed the save, so not White Claw, and not. Oh my God, the doctor rolled a 1. So not White Claw and not what Kenzen.
Yep.
Everyone else gets pulled to into this particular spot.
oh, okay.
Angie, you get pulled off the horse.
I wasn't on the horse.
Okay, you were next to the horse, whatever. And make her safe.
What is
Okay,
Brutus
she's
doing this whole fight?
Doing his best. He's up next. He rolled a nat 20 on the save, so he's good. And then Layla.
Fuck this guy.
Oh, whoops, that's a D29.
His best is pretty good.
Alright, so Layla gets pushed over to you. What the fuck?
That's me. Ah.
What the fuck?
What the fuck just happened?
What? I like moved the big square to like move Mike at the same time. I don't know where you were, bro. But yeah. So he does that, and you guys kind of like collide into one another. And how many people was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, cool. 2d6 for 5 people, so that's. Alright, cool. So anyone who gets pulled into that circle takes 38 damage. Period.
Damn.
Oh,
that kills me.
You go down. You're not dead. You're at a -4, which means you're alive.
I'm at
Oh.
-11.
You're at -11. What's your constitution?
Hopefully more than 11.
I hope so.
22.
All right, sweet. You're alive for 11 more HP. 10 more HP. 11, you're dead.
You got.
All right, that's all he could do though, because you fucking staggered him. Otherwise, that was gonna be really
Wait,
bad.
never mind. That was White Claws. Let me look at mine.
Oh yeah, what's yours?
14.
Yours might be lower. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Wait, Jamel, did you tally that by 5 people over there? Because
Oh,
Ronan was already
yes.
over there.
Oh, Ronan, did you make the save?
He was already up here. Like he was already here.
No, yeah. He sucked people to Ronan's location. That's why I didn't move Ronan. But if Ronan made the save, that's a 2d6 less damage.
Oh.
What save am I making? Sorry, I've been.
A reflex save. It does. This attack does 2d6 per person who fails.
Okay. Rolled a 16 plus. Just look at the sheet. Alright. Not bad. Wait, so this. What about concealment? Does that play anything into this?
So you all actually have 20% concealment from the spirits that are around you, but it's not an actual like attack roll, so it doesn't actually apply.
Okay. 25.
Okay, so you make the save. So let me roll 2d6 and subtract that from what I rolled. And then I'll just subtract it from you. Okay, so everyone heal 7.
Let's go.
Yay.
So Nanu, you're not dead. You're
Does
at
that
3.
make any of you not dead?
Yes, it makes Nanu not unconscious.
Fuck yeah.
So, alright, cool.
I don't like that math. I think it should get rid of the 2 6s instead.
Yeah. So Brutus is gonna do his thing. He's gonna do his little fucking dragon ferocity power attack thingy. And his flurry. Wait, that's not it. Hold up. It's this one. There we go. Okay, so he misses the 4th attack, he misses the 1st flurry attack, and he hits the other 2.
Get his ass, Brutus. Get his ass.
So that is 11 plus 15 plus. Well, power attack doesn't apply to this. Okay. Okay, so wait, hold on. 30 plus. Okay, so Brutus beats the fuck out of him. He hits him with like a fucking 1-2-3 combo. And it seems like the fucking like his like back kind of like glows blue, and like some kind of like fucking blue flame kind of just spits out of his back, like some sort of ignition.
He's gonna go nuclear.
He seems like hyper aggressive. But it seems like he is close to death. Ronan here.
Okay, sorry, just finishing this line here.
Oh wait, no. I mean, low-key, you guys can roll perception checks now. I think about it.
Sure.
Yeah, perception checks.
13, 27.
24.
27, 24,
23.
23.
God, my rolls are
Okay.
dog shit today.
All right, anyone who rolled a 25 can tell like by the ignition that's coming out of his back, it looks like he's about to like make some sort of attack or whatever. But the flames coming out of his back seem very volatile and
Shoot the glowy bit.
crazy. So yeah, people think he's probably gonna blow up.
Wait, Inspire Courage, does that give plus to skill checks?
It doesn't.
Never
Wait,
mind.
but it's my turn, right? And we can get he's gonna blow up?
Yes, it's your turn. And you think that he's gonna blow up.
Cool, I time hop up to him and I cast Erase from Time.
Oh, nice.
AC 15 touch attack.
Come on, brother.
AC 15 touch attack.
Come on, brother.
Hang on, let me just pull up the sheet. Let me see what my bonus is. Can I add something to this roll, right? I forgot what I
+2 from Inspire Courage.
And then your D20 plus your BAB.
BAB.
D20
That's
plus your
it.
BAB plus your strength. If your strength is negative, this is at a penalty.
Okay, BAB, and then we get +2 from whatever. I think I lose
Yeah,
that
+2
because
from your
minus.
Inspire.
Sweet.
Is
I
your
rolled a
strength
20
please?
exactly.
Woohoo!
Okay, you rolled a 20 exactly. Sweet. So you make contact. What's your Fortitude save, DC? I believe it's a Fortitude save, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
You roll a 23. Low key, that's at a number where he might fail, he might succeed. So I believe, what is it? It's 10 plus half your caster level. Half your caster level is 6 plus your charisma. What's your charisma?
My charisma is like +7.
Your charisma mod is +7.
Yeah.
God damn.
Okay.
Putting money in the club and money like Sam's.
And then half my Oracle level. What's half of 13 technically?
Rounded
6.
down, so +6.
Okay.
Okay, so I think he makes the save even.
No.
Wait. It's 10 plus half, so that's 6.
16.
So 16 plus what?
Plus 7 is 23, and that's exactly what you rolled.
He needs
Aw.
There's nothing else that's added to it. No
Oh,
+2
alright,
from the whatever.
You can go through your character sheet. I don't think so.
Okay, I'm going through. I have a headband of charisma. Let me make sure I save that.
I mean, +7 is a lot. Fucking that means your charisma's like 24. Fucking
Yeah. Hang on. Hang
There's
on.
gotta be something. There's gotta be something.
Maybe I didn't change something. Let me make sure everything is good.
I could put him in. I could create a pit and sink him in the pit.
You have more options. It's some time before he doesn't blow up till he gets back to him.
I can just grab him and fly up into the sun.
If you want.
I mean, yeah, that's an option.
Oh, yeah, I definitely
The
failed if
doctor has
Meats
to bring him
doesn't
back
beat.
to life.
Alright, unfortunate, but he rolls exactly what he needs to make that save.
You guys are still fighting this motherfucker?
Oh, he's about he's doing you guys beat him, but he's doing the cell thing where he's gonna explode.
What?
God, I hate sore losers.
NG, you're up. What are you gonna do? He's essentially defeated. He's just gonna explode. You don't know how big the explosion's gonna be or anything.
And she's down.
I'm unconscious.
Well, I assume
you're unconscious.
Ronan, you called out that he's gonna explode, right?
Am I the only one that saw it?
Yes.
You and one other person. Anyone rolled a 25.
I rolled a 24.
Unless you wanna retcon me challenging this guy because I forgot to challenge him.
I'll probably
You forgot?
try,
No, that's
fail,
actually
and then
good.
scream it. They'll be like, he's
Alright,
gonna
cool.
blow!
Alright, sweet. He's like, he's gonna blow me. Haywood, you blow me. Alright, not Nanu.
What a callback. In the Android
you're-
fight.
Nanu, you're at 3 HP. Someone screams out this guy's gonna explode. You feel like you're on death's door. What is your plan? What's your game plan?
Yeah, immediately cure moderate wounds
Cure moderate wounds. Alright, let's see it.
on myself.
Bro, wait, you have the potion of cure critical that
unconscious.
you have the potion of cure critical that Eliana gave you.
Oh yeah. You've been given a potion of cure critical wounds that's at a +12 caster level. Actually, drink that one. I believe cure critical is 4d8, and then it'll be plus 12. That should be
nice.
better than anything you have on you, actually. Each of you has been given 2 of those.
So he's gonna explode because he's still alive, or is it just
No,
self-destruct automatically?
he's gonna explode because that's just what happens when he dies.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna take that potion then. I don't know where that is, but
Alright, sure, I'm gonna roll it for you.
Wait, Cooper, can you time skip him out of here?
He tried, but it barely didn't work. Alright, so you heal 34 HP. Oh, no.
cool. And I'm just getting the fuck out as fast as I
Alright, cool.
can.
So you drink the potion, you can take a move action away. If you want to leave your shield, you can move faster. You can move 30. If you keep your shield, you can move 20.
Yeah, I deployed it, so I think I lost it anyways. Like before I got
Alright, cool.
pulled.
I don't know why I'm
the fuck
acting
is
like this
Adam
matters.
Smasher ahead of me in the fucking
Up
thing?
and
What the
away.
fuck?
It is what it is. Alright, so Layla... she doesn't have anything for this.
Does she also run?
She doesn't have anything for this. She's gonna run and then prepare to... No, she doesn't know. She doesn't know how big it is, so she's gonna run. She's gonna run as far as she can. She's gonna go out to the doctor, but she's gonna overtake the doctor by probably about 20 feet. They're off the mat. Inuyasha, you're up.
How So if this just happening in response to him being dead, would there be any role for me to grab him?
If you want.
I'm saying, like, is he essentially just?
Oh,
like,
no. If you grab him, he's
object?
just an object. He's just an object.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a conscious.
So then could I grab him as part of my movement?
I'll say that to be generous.
Okay, because I'm just gonna move him 60 feet up in the air. Or if I'm allowed to charge, then I'll go 120 feet up in the air with him there. Since I still have the flight up. And
Alex,
I'm a
if you
big
want,
barbarian.
I'm gonna.
If someone wants to cast a healing spell on me before I die, so maybe I have more health to survive.
Alex, if you want, I was gonna try and hit him with disintegrate again, because if I land it, he just dies and disintegrates, and there's no boom. I don't know if you want to try that.
I'm gonna bring him up in the air. If you want to just shoot it at him, if it works, then that happens.
Yeah, I'll follow you up there. I'll follow you up there.
All right, so I pick up Adam Smasher and I go 120 feet up in the air. I'm a giant snake. I have him grappled, like a corkscrew, and I'm just flying up.
All right, so you pick him up and you're a snake and you're going where?
120 feet directly up in the air.
120 feet
away from everyone.
Into the air. Roll me a strength check.
Okay, just straight.
Matter of fact, low key, nah, you got the carry weight. Nah, yeah, no,
Yeah,
you know what I'm not. No, you got the carry weight. You got it.
Okay.
You can take him 120 feet in the air. All right, Kenzen, what are you doing?
I'm following him as far as I can, because I'm already like 50 feet in the air, so I could do another. What's fly speed? Fly movement speed. 60. So.
Him in some way?
No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna just follow them up, and then I'm gonna cast disintegrate on. I'm gonna attempt to cast disintegrate on his body.
Right, well,
so
he's an object. He still gets his save, because he's just not good at save. So let me roll.
Disintegrate does work on objects, but it works different.
So he doesn't meet your DC. So what is that? 50 fucking D6 or whatever the fuck disintegrate does?
It's 2d6 per caster level, maximum of 40. So
What's that
2
number?
times 13.
26.
So
26.
26 D6.
Yes.
It's actually imperative that you roll that.
/ roll 13 d6 plus 2 because of the skull.
26 D6.
26.
2 D6 per level.
26 d6.
And you don't add anything. It's just.
God damn.
It's imperative that you roll this because it's at a threshold such that it might not actually do enough damage.
89.
Okay. All right.
It's 90, isn't it?
So-
It's 90, isn't it?
So Inuyasha, you grab his body, you fly him into the air, and you go as far as you can. You kind of like yeet him forward. Fucking Kenzen pops up, hits him with the Moncon Sampoko. And the body that was kind of glowing blue and about to ignite, and you kind of catch it in the moment that it was about to explode, which you gather you were not out of range of.
Damn.
When you disintegrate the body though, the body turns to dust, and the explosion does not happen.
Woo!
Yeah, baby, let's talk about
Just an actual bomb.
That explosion was gonna be that shit was literally 300 feet.
Holy shit!
No one was out of the way.
Oh,
So that shit would just nuke the battlefield.
Yeah, it was gonna do a lot
What
of
a
damage.
bitch!
And that shit was gonna be force damage. That shit might have killed like 50% of the people left.
How much damage was it gonna do on average?
It was 15 D8 force.
Oh.
So I don't know. Let me roll it.
For shit's sake.
Like 70. That's like 70.
I don't know.
Holy
50 force damage.
shit!
But I don't know what everybody was at.
I was gonna be good.
I
have 89 health.
Good for you. Great. Good for you.
Dude, as
but
I'm
you
coming
stopped.
down out of the air, I end my rage transformation back out of a snake just in the dark moment to dap up Kenzen. the clap turned around the world.
I was like, don't worry, bro, I got you.
So you guys win this one. Let me talk to my mother real quick about some shit that she wanted to talk to me about, and then I'm gonna hop back, and then we can resolve this, and then we can be done.
Alright.
Somebody heal me.
My God.
Do I have to?
Oh yeah, I come down fine. I'll pour
How
a
much do you need?
potion in your mouth.
I have heal spells. I can just.
Might as well just use one of these potions that we were given.
No, the heal spells regenerate. Potions don't.
Yeah, but I guess I'm only acting out of fear that this is not our only thing.
I have wands of cure serious wounds. How about that?
Yes, pop one of those off. Just so we can.
Why do I have 3 of these?
I just picture you guys just arguing over my fucking limp body. Like, no, we should use this wand. No, here.
Every
let me
time
use
you
this
stop
fucking
breathing,
potion.
one of us just kicks you in the chest to wake up a little
Okay,
bit.
so real quick, can I get just a quick summary of what happened while I was away?
While you being AFK did more than any of us combined, unfortunately.
I
But
staggered
the dude
him, but it didn't do
self-destructed.
shit because Jamel's a cheater.
Yeah, give him 2 standard actions. He was about to self-destruct. We were gonna do the whole cell sequence. I flew him 120 feet up in the air. Tenzin was able to disintegrate him. Just in
Okay,
the
good.
time.
I was about to say the
These
last
numbers,
thing I
Caleb,
had-
are how much you're getting healed.
35 is fine.
You want me to give you one more hit with the wand, just in
I mean,
case?
I'm at 31 health right now.
I'll give you one. I'll give you one more. I'm afraid we have to get in another combat before we can rest.
Like the thing I was gonna plan on doing, depending on when it was gonna roll on me, I was gonna like use one of my combat feats to like do like either an awesome fucking blow or throw to just hit him flying out of here.
Anybody else need heals?
It would have not been enough.
None. You need heals.
I can probably heal myself. I don't know where my token is, anyways.
All right. Cool. Holy shit. Motherfucker's a nuke, bro.
Yo, congrats
Fuck.
on the first pick, Coop.
Hell yeah! Who'd we get?
You guys got a quarterback, I think.
Got Cam Ward.
Position?
Quarterback.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I needed that.
Leave it to the Titans picking up a fucking college quarterback.
Alright.
They traded for what the fuck is that wide receiver's name?
What the Cowboys got? Guard. Nice. We need a guard.
We did make a good
Fucking
pick.
Tyler Booker.
Offensive
You
fucking.
guys. Who did you guys get?
The team's right there too, for who we traded with.
Oh, Tyler Lockett.
That's it.
Iron
Yeah.
back.
Traded Lockett the Rocket.
Yeah.
Shit.
Can I get 2 castings of that wand for favor?
Wait, you guys like healing or something?
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Broski's not alive.
Oh yeah, for sure, but still.
And we're yeah, that's fine.
Good shit, boys.
Is-
We killed Adam
is-
Smasher.
Is Young Sanders? Is he in this fucking?
Who's he
next
coaching?
Mike, would you be down to do 2 more charges of that wand?
Or his
Oh,
son,
yeah.
his fucking
Thank you, sir.
he plays for Colorado. Isn't he like? Is he up for the
He's-
draft this year?
He's in the draft, but he's not very good.
Oh really? I thought he was actually decent.
He's okay. He had a good run for a couple weeks.
He'll probably go. He's gonna get drafted, but
And for the fucking what's it? Fucking Travis.
Ah.
Playing 2 positions.
yeah, he's an athlete.
That's a first right there.
Those are.
So
There you go, Alex.
Almost completely at full. Thank you.
You want me to? You're good. Or you want me to zap you with another?
Yeah, I mean, I'm 20 off from full. I'm 154 out of 174.
I'll zap you with one more. I got a fresh wand.
Oh, sweet.
Well,
Thought
I'm
Titans
at
got 2
59,
picks.
so
All right. All right.
is everyone okay?
Yes, sir.
I'm just as okay as an Indian fucking street
yeah.
vendor.
I mean, if you're ready.
Excellent. All right, sweet. So you guys beat Adam Smasher. You guys beat Koche. Notably, I mean, we can go with his loot later, but if anyone wants to become a fucking lightsaber specialist randomly, you can do that. It's
I'm
just
taking that shit.
Motherfucker, you're a fighter. You can't be doing that shit.
Yeah, you can do that shit.
Of course, bro. What are you gonna do
Yeah.
with that?
Yeah.
but yeah, so,
That's for Alex. These next 2 are for Caleb.
you guys beat him up, and it turns the tide of the battle on this like kind of front of it. He was kind of the main threat on this side. The Legion kind of starts pushing back along with you guys against the fucking the Vexarians and the androids. Remind me.
Well, do the
Probably-
androids
Fuck recognize their fucking local town hero.
So that's what I was gonna say. The androids are fighting to the death. They cannot be
Even with Koche out.
Yeah, yeah. They seem to have no. They didn't follow him out of some sort of loyalty or whatever. Fucking, they were machines.
Right. I didn't know if because their controller was down.
Yeah, none of that convenient shit. They're still killing people. People are
You
still
want to say
fighting.
the tertiaries swept them up?
But you know, the war goes on, the battle goes on, and you know they're losing. So now, like, if you auto resolve the battle, Pyrrhic victory, you got it. Fucking so yeah. Obviously the other side with Vex's crew is still there, but you convince her to chill. As long as you guys defeated quote the beast, and you have. So she's gonna call her people off and tell them to kind of fall back. That's kind of like an order that kind of like reverberates through the air. Everyone hears it as though she were right next to you, even though she's some hundreds of feet in the air. Electricity kind of like crackles through the air, and you hear a voice, and her people kind of back off. Dragons are kind of still like attacking them for a bit, and then Adam kind of like kneels and says some words, and the dragons cease. And the kind of this sort of like empty space between like the people fighting seems to kind of like start to materialize after some minutes. Takes some time, you know, takes a little bit of time for people who are actively fighting to stop. But slowly the fighting starts to die down. Sweet.
We did it. We did it. We did it. Yeah.
As this is happening, does anyone want to do anything? Is anything specific?
Eneasz should probably make a beeline for the. He didn't get to address it before because he was kind of in rage mode, but he would definitely make a beeline for the disc. Since would he have recognized that girl was Calvera?
Night.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Yeah, so he would make a beeline for the disc to go check on Calvera.
Alright, cool. What's anyone else doing?
I'm gonna go check on my people.
Your people? With the lizards?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, I assume Caesar's here, probably, right?
Oh yes, yeah. Caesar's. I didn't mention that, but yeah, Caesar's on the front line. Yeah, he was fighting with his people. The lizards probably had like a few thousand people fighting here, but again, one lizard is worth like 10 men, so they probably only took like 7% casualties, but that's a lot. Your people are kind of endangered, so 7% of the
70 people, if 1,000 people were there.
That's a lot. Yeah, you can go join your people and fucking, you know, what are you gonna do? What is your game plan there?
I kind of like walk, make sure they're all good, and like just try to see if the aura already hits of like, oh shit, that's like a fucked up Adam Smasher.
Not only are you the guy who they saw fighting Adam Smasher, but you're also the guy who fucking whatchamacallit. If I recall correctly, do they remember that you got fucking clowned? You remember that?
Clown?
I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you this one. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think there were like any public. It was like in.
Yeah, it was private. Right? Yeah. Okay. It's fine.
It's only his
The whole me being hypnotized, whatever the fuck happened.
Yeah, they don't know that. So they know that they saw one of their own brethren beating the fuck out of Adam Smasher, and then he came back alive. So they're regarding you with a sort of reverence.
So if I see Caesar, I kind of look at him. I'm like, hey, what are we doing round 2?
You look at him, and he's literally pulling his fucking blade out of a fucking android corpse, and he looks at you and he says, "As soon as the day is won." Alright, sweet. Is anyone else doing anything? Ronan, Doctor.
I admit to everyone that I sucked my cousin's dick till I was 14.
What?
No,
Until you were 14, which means you were doing it before that?
Yo, he made graduation, bro.
Bro.
Oh my god.
I actually go check in with Adam if he's still around. Oh, I guess he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Adam and so you're going toward Adam. Eneasz is also going toward Adam. Anyone else?
Softail's going towards Adam.
Soft is also doing.
Yeah,
Softail
so would Kenzen. Cock is not.
Was that a joke name, Cock? Just a.
Cock, yes, absolutely. But
Okay.
you know, in Mike faction, he's taken it seriously, and it's worn off on me, so I don't really care anymore. So I'm
Is
my
there
house saying
anyone-
Cock or whatever. Go on.
Is there anyone prevalent who goes over to Vex instead of Adam?
That's up to
I
you.
mean, Sig is still over there. And I assume the dragon would go over there.
Yep. She goes back to Sig's side.
All right. The doctor's just kind of gonna sneak off. He's not really gonna say anything to anybody. He's gonna go straight to like the nearest triage or something, help with the wounded, and he's gonna stick around for a while.
All right, sweet. He has a pretty unique ability to be able to revive the wounded in this situation where we're not possible otherwise. So that's a big
So
boon
you're
to
telling me the lizard
the casualties.
So you tell me the lizard folks took no casualties then?
Oh, they took like 70 or 80 people around.
But like, fucking, which doctor over here?
Each of them is essentially a fucking broom, not a broomok. What's a berserker from fucking
Berserker.
Gears. Fucking so like killing one lizard man is a big deal for these people. Fucking it takes like 10 of them to do so. But like yeah, if the fucking doctor can fucking do that, it's kind of a big deal. So yeah.
She's grabbing that
Nice.
lightsaber and he's going fucking android hunting.
So Angie scoops up the lightsaber, or the fucking orange crystal, fucking hits him with the fucking KOTOR, and fucking starts fucking running down the fucking rest of the androids. Fucking
Yeah, White Claw turns back into a horse and he's just riding
Did he
him
have
down.
Did he have
That's pretty
anything else though?
Koshe, absolutely fucking. We'll get into that at the end of the
Like
session.
absolutely fucking goddamn like metal enhancements and shit. To
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
make him
Buddy
stronger or whatever.
had a lot of stuff that's gonna be pretty cool. Well, we'll get into it afterwards. Angie. Angie is grabbing the lightsaber and going to run down the rest of the androids. Brutus is going to join Caesar and his people and be cool. The doctor is doing whatever the fuck he's doing. Coop, Ronan, Inuyasha, and Softail are going to Adam, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So at this point, Adam is kind of like coming down from the disc, as the fighting is kind of starting to dial down. And he's coming down on the disc, and he's Calvira is next to him. The disc is literally like 10 feet by 10 feet, so it literally holds both of them essentially. And she's like kind of like laid out on it, kind of like with her like arms kind of crossed over her chest. And she's just kind of like laid out. Her dark hair is kind of like splat, like just kind of open, like kind of covering a lot of the disc. And notably, her fucking like hands could normally have like these kind of like black veins going through them, and they're kind of like pulsing very heavily. And occasionally she like twitches. Yeah, so he lands. As it stands, the dragons are kind of like in the process of ceasing their combat. But Adam lands, so he meets you guys in the middle on the ground. Do you say anything in particular?
I move directly past. Like, I don't engage with Adam. I move past to where Calvira is, and kneel down and kind of. I guess like if she's just laying on the ground, I kind of lift her so that she's like half in my arm on one knee, and I'm looking at the curse, and kind of just based off of memory from when I had last seen her, memory from what was happening on my plane, and then looking at it now. Like, kind of just trying to get a vibe for how much worse it's gotten.
So, it seems like it's a little bit worse. But you always knew that whenever she like used her magic, this was something that like kind of flared up. It just seems like it's not at a peak that you haven't seen before. So that aspect of it isn't particularly alarming to you. What's more alarming is that her eyes are open and just like rolled into the back of her head.
Right.
That aspect is kind of bad, but otherwise, it's whatever. Otherwise,
Could she speak?
she's not. No, she's not responsive. She's like literally like essentially a vegetable.
When I was speaking to Eliana and stuff like before we came here, would she have known Does it seem like Calvira takes damage if the dragons do?
No,
Like,
she
does
doesn't
it seem
take damage if
dangerous
the dragons do.
are fucked up?
You don't actually know like the specifics of how that works.
Right. Okay.
You know who does? Dordan.
Fuck.
Go fuck yourself, dude.
Dordan was like literally the main person who knew how this works, and he's not around.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah.
Trust me, man. I know.
So yeah, as far as Inuyasha knows, she just seems comatose and like kind of every now and then she twitches every like few minutes. And you don't really know why. Like what's going on?
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm sort of, for the first few moments of us being over there, I'm kind of just engaged with that. So if anyone else starts like a dialogue.
Does anyone else want to say anything to Adam, Softail, or Ronan?
I thought Ronan went to the other side.
No.
Did Ronan go to the
Oh.
I thought he
No,
Yeah.
I went to Adam.
Ronan cooks, so I'll let him cook again.
Are you sure? Softail usually likes to run his mouth.
I know how to give other players their moments.
No, I mean, I'm just saying. In case Softail wants to say something, he's got it.
All you do, big dog.
All right. I just walk up and he's just been there the whole time, like watching the fight.
So it's
Was there
literally
anything
like
notable that he was doing?
Adam comes down on the disc, and Inuyasha picks Calvira up and seems to be like checking her condition. And Adam kind of looks at them for like a few seconds, and then he kind of just looks to the battlefield and just like kind of crosses his arms and kind of just kind of looks at it, like kind of just his eyes are like darting around, like he seems like suspicious or on guard.
My lord, perhaps now is the time to gather your most trusted so we can talk to Vex.
And he nods. He says, if diplomacy is our path, I suppose now is the time. I don't think she will understand the gravity of the matter. That woman is chaos incarnate, even more so than Tiamat. Truthfully, she scares me more.
Perhaps promises
Yeah,
of...
says from the ground. Don't let her hear you say that. That seems to be one of the main focal points that Sig is arguing on. Is that Tiamat is scarier.
He nods at that. And where are you saying, Coop?
Honestly, that's a great follow-up. I just kind of wait to see Adam's move.
Okay, cool. So he just kind of looks to a lot of you and he says, are you sure she can be reasoned with?
Anyone here better suited to answer that question?
I mean, Softail looks at you
established in the
because you were the one that overheard their conversation, so Softail doesn't have all the information. He's not going to talk here.
Yes, Inuyasha shrugs. He says, I mean, she's like you described. She's bloodthirsty and chaotic, but Sig seems capable of directing that in other places. She seemed to care about whoever that Annabelle person was. Apparently we have her. So, it seems like we have enough cards to keep her playing a fair game.
Alright. Yeah, Adam looks at you and he nods. And then he looks to you, Inuyasha, and he says, how is the girl? Is she alright?
Her condition, well, the state of her controlling the dragons, I can't speak on if this is any better or worse than it's been, but otherwise she seems like she's slowly coming out of it. How long does it normally take?
And he kind of winces when you ask that. And then he just kind of says, I'm not sure.
What does that mean?
And
How
he
long has
winces
she been
again. And he says, he's not making eye contact with you as he says this, and he says, well, the last time it took her, she needed healing. But the last time she had only controlled one of them. This time she controlled two. She assured me that she was capable of it, so I'm sure she's okay. But
How long
she might...
has she been like this?
6 days.
Jesus, bro.
Gently puts her down. Inyasha stands up, walks over to Adam, and kind of... He can still look away from me, but he's sort of pressing the issue of looking at his face. And he says...
If you get closer, he'll look at you, yeah.
I think Inyasha's face is just sort of like disgust. And he says, this girl sacrificed everything in her life to be a beacon for the people of a city that she didn't want to lead. A city that we convinced her that you would be better suited for. That you being there would give her a freedom that she's never known. And you've just... Well, I'm sounding like Akum now. You've just put her in another cage. And
He just kind of like he just kind of looks back to you and he says, I didn't make her do anything.
Right. Aspiring young archmage that's looking for nothing but approval. Dashing prince looking to make a name for himself as something different from his family name. He didn't force her to do anything. He just shakes his head, leans back down to where Calvira is. And does he see, like, does she have the artifact, like, on her?
Yes. She's, like, kind of clutching it in her hands.
I say, regardless of my feelings about it, I think you'd be hard-pressed to argue that Calvira deserves to be present at this meeting. Whatever preparations need to do for the dragons, do it. Because she needs to come out of this.
Agreed. And he goes to take a step forward. Toward the two dragons that are kind of circling in the air, kind of looking for their, It's as though, like, when he says something and gives, like, her a command, she in some way seems to be giving the dragons commands in turn. So you'd have the idea, at this point, seeing him walk forward, that whatever you said, she probably heard you in some way.
Yeah, that's fine.
He takes a couple steps forward and goes to, like, have her call the dragons back. And then you hear this, the ground begins to kind of shake. And you hear this guttural, deep, almost like demonic, kind of scream. It's more like a low rolling groan to a roar. And it kind of like shakes the earth beneath you. And notably, Adam kind of like holds his head and like falls to a knee when it happens.
What the fuck?
What's your bloodline again, Kenzen?
Abyssal.
Abyssal. Okay, that's fine. So Adam kind of like holds his head and like falls to a knee at like as the tremors start to happen and the roar starts to roll. The same thing happens to the dragon. You're a tiefling, that's fine. Yeah, the same thing happens to the dragon. She kind of like holds her head, and kind of falls to a knee in the same way that Adam does. And this kind of loud shriek happens, and the two dragons that Calvira was controlling, who were kind of like circling like vultures above the battlefield before this, kind of stop in midair, and look toward the north, and they kind of let out a shriek to kind of match the low rolling groan, the low roar, and they fly toward the north. And as those two dragons start flying toward the north, you kind of just like lock your eyes on them and you see those two flying. And after about a minute, you see a number of dragons kind of coming from different directions, kind of flying all toward the north. And after a minute or so, there's kind of like a large flock of them, of many different colors, all chromatic, heading toward the north in the same direction that T-Man went.
Oh no.
By the time the flock of them is at its largest, wager there's at least a few hundred.
Jesus.
Yep.
Kenton mutters under his breath, I really wish Dordan hadn't touched that fucking sword.
And but yeah, so you guys kind of just see this wave of like fucking migrating geese of dragons flying north. After a few minutes after that kind of breaks the horizon line and breaks your line of sight, that's when kind of Adam and the dragon kind of regain their bearings and get their shit together. And Adam kind of looks at you and he's just like, "What was that?"
If I had to guess, Tiamat.
And he nods. And he just kind of he looks really unsure of what to do. And yeah, go on.
Since the dragons flew away, I looked down. Has anything changed about Calvira's condition?
Nothing has changed about her condition.
She's still stuck.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Exactly what Sig was fucking saying before. God damn it, bro. Now she's stuck. Oh well. There is just like all the color leaves from Inuyasha's face as he just makes that like stark realization. He looks back up at Adam and he says, Calvira's stuck. I don't know. I don't know the words to describe it, but I think you have figured it out too.
He just kind of says, well, let's not be rash. Let's figure out what we can do.
I still
Being rash over
still looks incredibly shook, but he picks up Calvira, and I guess is just going to follow the way to wherever we're all meeting.
All right. Fucking at this point, fucking the dragon notably is still holding her head. Like she seems like whatever the tremor was seemed to have affected her more deeply than it affected Adam. And after a few moments, Vex just kind of like appears in front of you, Inuyasha. And she just kind of like looks at you and looks at Calvira, and she just says, "Well, she's fucked."
Probably have a little more manners around fellow
A-
lords, my lady.
A deep snarl on Inuyasha's face, like a half rage, and he just says, "Not if there's anything I can do about it."
Vex nods and she just kind of smiles at you and she goes, "I like that. I love that. In fact, you are someone who gets things done." And then she looks at Ronan and she goes, "Do not forget, I am your queen."
Queen of nothing if you don't shut the hell up and just, I don't know.
Sig just walks up and goes, okay, please.
And then she kind of smiles like and kind of like does like a kind of like puts her hands up a little bit and she goes, "After we defeat the dragon god, of course, then I'm your queen."
I
don't
got a
know
whole war to win,
say
ain't
anything. Yeah, she seems to be counting this war as won already. Yeah. Does anyone want to say or do anything at this moment?
No. Where's Conrad meeting us?
Wherever you want. He will be useful probably in the whole fucking Tiamat fight. If you want, he could have been here already fucking fighting regular people. If you
He
want.
seemed busy. I definitely wouldn't have invited him.
Okay,
It's
sweet.
more
Yeah,
for rallying.
he was
him for
very
Tiamat.
busy. Alright, sweet. Yeah,
Yeah.
He'll be here for that. Alright, sweet. Does anyone want to do or say anything else?
In the background, Sig probably would have, like, when whatever was affecting the dragon, he probably, like, in trying to console her, would also probably have been casting a few detection spells to see if he could figure out what was going on.
Okay, so...
Like a greater detect magic, or,
So you do that, and it doesn't seem like what is affecting her is some magic that you can understand, but you get that it is magic and it's something overwhelming that you, like, you don't get it. But once it ends, she looks at you, and she says, "I remember now."
Remember what, darling?
And she looks at you and she says, "I think that we can
truly like the rare moment where Sig is actually giving her affection that isn't just coordinated. And he's like, that is exactly what I want to hear.
All right, sweet. She's gonna like hug you, and then say,
Sick.
"Darling, we will have our day."
Fuck yeah. I'm not gonna read into what that means right now. I think Sig is
Sweet.
just gonna be like, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So I need to head out. 'Cause we're gonna.
Yeah, no, we're done. That's the end of it.
Alright.
So you're good.
All right. So good night, folks.
Good night.
Adios. But yeah, Coop, who said that was the lady with the katana, the elf woman, that Sig pulled.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Dragon. My wife. My wife.
All right, sweet. So we'll call there if no one has anything else, and then next time we will start figuring out how we're gonna be team met, and then we're in the end game. Let's get it.
I literally knew 100% that shit was gonna happen. Team Out gonna show up, take over the dragons. Calvira's soul or whatever is gonna be in there.
Damn, you should have told somebody. Maybe she wouldn't have done that shit.
We got eyes on the inside though.
Hey man, that was literally Sig's main talking point. That was slide 2.
Sweet.
And to be fair, every time you have shown Calvira having that artifact, I feel like every person that's interacted with her has almost unanimously said, that's a bad idea. And she was just like, no.
Hey, listen, her judgment is not what's in question here.
Adam has told her this was a bad idea.
Didn't I think
She's like
Softail
19.
at one point say like you're out of your depth there?
Yeah, literally. But he hit her pride. Fucking.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why Inuyasha just say, I knew that's why he was dodging the fucking question. He was gonna say some shit like 6 days. What a fucking lunatic of a man. Holy shit.
Yeah.
He deserves
For what it's worth,
lamenting before about like I want to be something better. No, he's as bad. He's bad.
Literally in the same situation, yeah.
For what it's worth, when Dordan saved her, she had controlled the dragon for like 2 hours.
Yeah, that was 2
Jesus.
hours, and she was having a fucking aneurysm.
It
Bro.
was 1 dragon and it was 2 hours. This time it was 2 dragons in 6 days. She's fucking cooked.
Bro, she smoked a joint and said, I'm ready for heroin.
She's fucking cooked.
Dude, she's so fucking cooked. Oh my god. That's crazy, man. And I needed her to help me with Kagome's curse, dog.
Hey man, get her back.
I'm double cooked. I'm losing my friend over here. I'm gonna go back to my world and my wife's gonna die. Should have never left Japan.
So Raph's gone, but so you guys are gonna have say 13, but you're gonna have some downtime where you guys probably figure out what to do. It's gonna come to your attention that Tiamat is essentially like regaining power. The like freshly awoken avatar isn't at the full strength of the god, but it's trying to get there. The congregation of like all the dragons in the world is kind of contributing to that. But that shit. It's a god trying to get back to god level power. So it's gonna anyone who's anyone would probably advise you that it's probably gonna take like some time, like months.
Right.
So you got like before she's anywhere even close. So you guys have a decent amount of downtime to do things. You can craft, you can buy some items or whatever. Did anyone here play Dragon's Dogma 2?
I did
No.
not.
Fuck.
But it's the same. Isn't it basically the same as Dragon's Dogma 1, just better?
No, yeah, it is, but there's this whole thing at the end where like you go into this alt timeline where you have like a flat amount of time to complete everything, but the sky is red. That's essentially the timeline you guys are in right now. We're fucking the sky is literally red at the coming of the dragon god, but it's not at full power yet, and you guys will figure out what you're gonna do.
Sweet.
Sweet.
We don't have to go like into it, but since I assume Kak and Rekka and all them were also on the battlefield, would Apple have reacted to Tiamat shit? Since
No.
he's a Drake?
So Apple is fine, but
Okay.
Apple would probably tell you straight up with her high as fuck intelligence that had she not had her high as fuck intelligence, she probably would be gone. Like she's draconic enough to have been hit by that influence, but she can just kind of feel that it's like when you're wearing a really nice winter coat and you're out in 2-degree weather. You're like, damn, I'm warm because of this coat. That's exactly how it is.
Yeah, wow. If it had happened like a month ago before we got these
A month ago,
powers-
you
Yeah.
probably lost your friend. Yeah. But you
Yeah,
didn't
okay.
because Jasper rocks, right? And there's no downsides to the deal you took.
Yeah. And then our other
Hmm.
drakes are inside her little pocket dimension, so they're okay.
Yes, they're fine.
Okay, sweet.
They're in the pocket
sweet,
dimension.
sweet.
Cock looks at Rekka for a vibe check. How we feeling?
Hey, shit's really bad for the world, but the drakes that I care about personally are okay.
Yeah. I just feel like
The world's
the world's fucked, but if there's anyone who's gonna fix it, we're in the right place, right?
Yeah. Did you see that big dude that all of them teamed up to fight? What were we gonna do against him?
Dude, that shit was fucked up.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I think Jasper gave us these powers a little too early.
Yeah, man. Dude, I made a firecracker once. That shit was crazy.
Dude, the highest level magic I can do is make a tree punch a guy. And that's like one tree once for like 3 seconds.
All right. We're done though. I'll message the chat for when we can do this again. We beat Tiamat. Game's over.